if I was Floyd and he was me,
yeah,
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And you ain't never got to.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We back. We back on this Good Friday to build on this boxing and give it its just due, like we always do, how only we do. How y'all feeling, man? You catch this on the playback. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you could be notified when we live, man. We're going to talk this boxing. I had to call an audible. Y'all had to call an audible like 10 minutes ago and switch gears, man. I had a special guest that was going to be in the building, but she had a family emergency, so we're going to reschedule that. We're going to do it at another date, man. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to build on this boxing, man, and talk this you know what's good with it, man. We back. We're going to build, like I said, I had to call it audible, y'all, man. We had the guests in the building, but, you know, some things happen and, you know, we're going to have to reschedule that. But we still going to talk some boxing in the meantime. So, yeah, I got to pardon me. We going to freestyle a little bit. Shout out to everybody. Ty Rob, what it do, family? BJ, what's good? Ozell, what it do, man? OG Dev over the racist Mexican. You know it. Kyle Cooley, bless his family. What's good with it, bro? How y'all feeling, man, on this Friday, man? We gonna build on some boxing for a little bit. Man, damn, my title ain't changed here. I'm gonna have to change that title right there, too. Because that ain't what we on. That ain't what we talking about. I thought I changed it, but I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later, y'all. I'll fix it later. No harm, no foul. Let's get to this boxing. Let's build for a minute, man. Let's build for a little bit. Oh my God, give me a second. Damn, what's going on? All right, we're good. All right, we back. So look, man. Like I said, y'all had to call an audible just a few minutes ago, like right before I got up here. So we gonna build on this boxing, man. Something I seen Henry Garcia. I seen a quote from him by Ring Magazine. So I had looked it up to try to see if I could find what they were saying he said, you know, he gave his opinion on you know, Tank. And, you know, everybody had their different views and opinions on the fight, why it made it look the way it did, why it made, you know what I'm saying, why he looked the way he did, if he, you know, if it was just an off night, if it was Lamont Roach being better than what people thought, right? It was just a combination of things. But, you know, he gave a interesting take, and I ain't really hear nobody make this claim. And I say interesting because it's worth a conversation, but I think he kind of exaggerating, if you ask me. He still got his opinion and it's cool, but I think he exaggerating a bit in terms of the things that he said. Now, again, he can give his honest opinion. If that's his honest opinion, it's cool, but I see things way differently. I thought it was crazy to say that, man. He said, you know, Tank is past his prime. You know, his legs are not there anymore. His legs not the same. His age catching up to him. Get what I'm saying? He said a bunch of stuff. I'm like, I ain't okay, Henry. Okay, Henry. Aaron was good with it, fam. 2 cents, my God, was good with it, bro. I'll drop the link in a second, Aaron. We could build on it. But make sure you smash that like button and sub to the channel. In the meantime, we gonna build, man. I'm gonna set the table and we gonna talk about it, man. Y'all can get y'all thoughts on it and what you think. If you think he tripping or not, you know, TJ, what it do? What's good with it, homie? You could tell me if you think Henry is tripping. I got a interview that he did with a Fight Hub, and he was talking about it there. But like I said, he has some very interesting things to say. You see it there. He said his age catching up to him. Legs aren't there as they used to be. He switched his trainer, which could be another factor. So that's an interesting take, man. That's a mouthful right there, man. You suggested simply because this man had one close fight, one real competitive fight for 12 rounds, that his legs are gone. Not only that his legs are gone, pretty much what you're saying, they're not what they used to be. So you're saying the legs are gone. At 30 years old, the legs are gone. You get what I'm saying? His age is catching up to him. This man, 30 years old. Like, I don't think he beat his body up to the point where at 30, you could say things like that. I just don't see it. I don't see none of that being the case. And like I said, everybody got their opinion. I ain't here to trash the man for his opinion, but it was very interesting. That's a loaded ass statement, man. That's a lot that you're saying, because it's like not too many fights ago, your son was a victim of the Tank Davis experience. Your son was a front row, you know, participant to the Tank Davis experience. And I don't think he felt like the legs were gone at all when he fought him. You get what I'm saying? This is not too many fights later. So from the time he made Ryan take that involuntary knee against his will, you get what I'm saying? And since then, I don't think that much has changed with Tank, right? I think you know, Henry's you know, description or his explanation of what he felt like he's seen is your classic exaggeration and guys being prisoners of the moment, right? You see something and you didn't expect it, and all of a sudden you just overreact. Oh man, his age catching up to him. His legs are gone, and you know, and he switched his trainers. I get it, man. But I think it's an over exaggeration. I think it's time for us to stop labeling guys C-level fighters, trash fighters. I think it's time for us to really start paying attention to the matchups and not the name. You get what I'm saying? The name is what a sell a fight. That's for them casuals. If you call yourself a diehard, then you shouldn't allow the names to determine what you feel like the fight is going to look like. So what I'm saying is, when you look at a name like Gervonta Tank Davis, for the smaller guys that don't get no bigger than that. But then you got a guy like Lamont Roach, and all a lot of people could see is, oh, this is a dude coming up from 130. So it's no way that he's going to make the fight competitive. And then when it actually plays out and it is competitive, now, instead of looking at yourself and reassessing the way you initially thought about the fight in Lamont Roach, you got to look solely at Tank Davis and say, well, yeah, the result is an example of his legs not being there no more, his age catching up to him. And like I said, I think it's an over exaggeration, right? It's being a prisoner of the moment and just overreacting to what you've seen. And I just don't think we have the body of work that will be able to back up his claims. You get what I'm saying? After one fight, I don't think nobody walked away from that fight feeling like the reason why it played out that way is because Tank getting old somehow, or no, his legs are not there, not working. That wasn't the case. He just had somebody in there that was trying to fight back, that was trying to win, that was familiar with him, and that's how fights play out when guys know each other. I'm gonna keep saying it. It wasn't many surprises in that fight for either guy. You get what I'm saying? Y'all watching boxing today, seen the unseen boxing. What it do? He say Henry worried about the Raw fighter show and what's good with it. Well, he stopped his son. So what does that say about Ryan legs? Must have gave his quote while you stupid. Kyle crazy, bro. He said he must have gave his a quote while he's in line at the methadone clinic. It's crazy. Oh man, yeah, Henry tripping, y'all. He bugging out a little bit. He is. So I thought this was interesting because I for one, like I said, it's just a conversation. I really don't see that. I don't think the man legs are gone. Even if the second fight played out the same way or another close fight, I don't think that is a example of his legs being gone. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just is what it is. So we gonna keep supporting. We gonna keep paying attention. Like I said, for me, I think Showbiz had a good point when he spoke about the toolbox, right? And the toolbox, you wild cat, Kyle crazy. When he spoke about the toolbox and how long he's been successful with that exact set of tools, right? So you get what I'm saying? Like you go to, it's like, it just remind me, like, for example, it's like going on to the job, right? And you usually bring your toolbox with you. And on any normal day, that set of tools that you bring for the job is more than enough to get the job done, right? It just so happened with this particular job, Lamont Roach being that particular job, right? That initial set of tools that work for everything else and every other job that you know what I'm saying, that you had to deal with, it worked, but it didn't work for him. So now instead, I think the next go round, it's not that you bring a whole new set of tools. You just bring a couple more with you. You know what I mean? You be extra prepared now because you fully understand that initial toolbox, like I said, that you've been bringing on the job with every other fighter, it's been working. So now it's time for you to go up under that hood and bring you know what I mean? Or go up in the shed and bring out a couple more tools for the job to get it done. And that's exactly how I see this fight. I hope I ain't lose y'all with the analogy, but that's exactly how I see this fight. If he's to make adjustments and improvements and perform better and look better doing it, I think it will be a result of him, like I said, going to that shed, to that wood shed and snatching out a couple extra tools to get the job done. You get what I'm saying? I don't think we got to question if his legs are there or not. I think that's obvious, right? I just don't see the body of work that would suggest, that would back up the claims that his legs are not there and his age is catching up to him. Like we at least need to see all of a sudden the fights just he's starting not knocking guys out. And now all of a sudden, all the fights are getting more competitive and closer. Then maybe we could revisit that and have a conversation about legs and age and things like that. But until then, it's just one fight. I'm not about to overreact. It's a guy that knew him. It's a guy that could fight. And it's about time that people shut up and give Lamont Roach his credit. And I said this before, shut up, stop taking credit from Tank, and look over at Lamont Roach and get that man credit for what he did. He fought way better than a lot of people gave him credit for. The dude was a 22-1 underdog. Shut the hell up. He went out there and fought. Showed you that they had that shit way wrong. They had Lamont Roach effed up. 22-1 underdog. He fought nothing like that. And that's the problem. People got that in their head. Yeah, but the odds makers had him. Oh, who cares about what they had him? We know damn well Lamont Roach was going to get in there and fight. I said it the entire time. And I'm glad the fight played out in a way where people got to respect him. Or you're not a real boxing fan. You can no longer look at him like, oh, he's just a 30-pounder coming up. Nah, he came to fight, bro. He came to fight. Stop tripping. It ain't Tank being bad. It ain't him looking bad. It ain't him getting old. It ain't, his age and legs not being there. It's none of that. It's just a guy coming to win. He just need to go back to the woodshed and bring out a couple more tools for the job. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that get it done this time. But we going to find out. But I definitely don't think we're gonna see that his legs are gone. He passed his prime. He said he passed his prime. I don't see that being the case either. I need more work. I need more fights. I need to see more evidence of that. One fight is not gonna do it for me, y'all. I'm sorry. I do real math. That man kicked ass 30 straight times. 30 straight times. The minute a fight is close, it's like, he ain't it no more. Like, what? Nah, at least like let him fight. Let some fights take place. Damn, he ain't even got to lose, and he already is not in his prime, and he ain't got it. Nah, Lamont Roach was good, straight like that. He was good. He was a real opponent. He stood tall. He stood the test. He stood up to the power, stood up to the big shots, and they banged out for 12 rounds. Straight like that, man. It was a fun fight to watch, and I can't wait to see this second one that people are doubting that's coming. And by the way, my notifications, shout out to Blue Blood Sports. It looked like he said Tank Davis' team reaches out to Blue and confirms rematching them in June. So if anybody that was still questioning if they rematching them, there you go. Shout out to Blue. I know he wouldn't make that up. He said the team reached out to him and asked and told him they rematching them in June. TD Sports Talk, what it do, homie? Mag 7 Life was good. Yeah. Nah, he just Mag Life. He ain't going nowhere right now, bro. All he gonna do is make the people that really don't appreciate him, that's hating on him, not the people that's criticizing him fairly, the people that's critiquing him and going overboard and throwing him under the bus and shitting on him, those people he gonna make eat their words, I believe. Those people are gonna eat their words. Shout out to my dog, TD Sports Talk. Boxing Poe was good. Tank's mental game was gone. Nothing to do with his legs. I want to say that his mental is gone, but I want to say my conclusion that I came up with in its totality to sum up the fight without taking anything from Lamont is maybe you could question one's focus. Maybe you can question a certain level of focus there. Maybe. I think that's fair. I think that highlights what you feel like you seen with Tank Davis or whatever he was lacking. You felt like it was a mental thing. It wasn't physical or none of that. It was just more of a mental approach and maybe a mental block, maybe some distractions or something like that. Those things I think are legit or realistic without taking credit from Lamont. But, that's why we have rematches. You get what I'm saying? You had a close fight. That's why we have rematches. Shout out to my boxing mom, Miss Barbara D. How you feeling today? Banks, my dog. How you feeling, Brody? Yeah, they'll find a way. And that's why I said, Mag, like for the ones that's hating, not the ones that's just calling it like how they seen it and just calling it straight down the middle and giving them honest criticism and letting it be that. Not those people. We speaking to the ones that's just purely trying to discredit and or hate. He gonna make those people eat their words. I seen it a bunch of times. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna eat their words when it's all said and done. 619, what it do, homie? Tank versus Rose in June, then Tank versus Jake Paul after that. Yeah, I don't like the Jake Paul news, but I like the June. I like the June news, 619. I like the June news. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about that too, man. We're gonna talk about that, man. That sucks, man. That sucks for him, bro. But he got a wild imagination with the titles. I'm running with the June. I believe that. I believe the rematch for sure. Because I didn't believe it was happening in May. April, May, June. June is right after May. So that I think is realistic, You see, that's what I love about you, keeping it 100, man. I appreciate all your support, and I owe that to y'all. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna come here and be honest with the people, and I'm staying true to the name. We ain't taking no credit from these young kings. We just supporting them. Like everybody got their way, Barbara. That's what I learned, right? Everybody got their way of doing what they do. Over here, we gonna stay consistent, and fighters gonna get their credit, and they just do accordingly. And look, people still entitled to disagree with me, have their own opinions and all of that, but when it's all said and done, we ain't taking credit from these dudes that's putting on. The Tank is putting on big way, and I love it. And look, they just continue to talk, and he gonna do his thing. That's all. But yeah, as far as the June date, I like that because that's realistic. I think it's a realistic target date. But I ain't really into the Jake Paul stuff. I feel like that's a circus. That's a circus fight. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. I'm real. I got my own thoughts, my opinions. Look, we need to start understanding as boxing fans that we can't control what moves these guys make. We can only support it. no matter how passionate we are about the sport, no matter how many pay-per-views we buy, no matter how many fights we pull up at, you get what I'm saying? We just will never have that kind of power to determine exactly what move these guys make next. So I say all that to say, you know, I'm to the point in boxing where I know I have options to either support or don't. And, you know, I just can't choose who these guys fight and when they fight them. Like I said, neither can nobody else at home. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you're going to give me a fight that I want, I'm going to support it for sure. If it's something that I'm not too particularly fond of, I could choose to not support it, you know. But I'll say this. I don't care for the Jake Paul shit because I think Tank is better than that. No, that's no slight to Jake Paul. I think what Tank has done has been legit up until this point, and he just got to continue, stay the course. But when you see the way things have gone and you see the changes that's been made in boxing, when you see the way that he got promoted this time around and how things just didn't look like they was on the up and up, don't be surprised to see him take an opportunity outside of the norm when all he been doing is getting slighted at every turn. And it goes to show you the man, even though he got the people, it's still a fair amount of people that just have some type of disdain for this man, where it's like there's no appreciation no matter what he do. They're not going to like it anyway. They're going to find it. We seen it with the Loma attempt. He attempted to fight Loma. What did they do? The haters and the people that discredit, that don't really like boxing, they jump right on it. You just want to fight him because he old. What about 7 years ago? It's like, come on, man. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Tank, keep doing what you're doing, man. More importantly, run that back with Lamont Roach. Like I said, if June is the date, I'm all there for it. We was here for the first one. We're going to be there for the second one. I'm all for that. I don't fancy the Jake Paul move. But like I said, just speaking to what the way he may see it is, you know, he thinking about life after boxing. He thinking about bettering himself, right? He see the light at the end of the tunnel. I said this before. Not a lot of fighters get to that point where they're able to actively still compete at the highest level and see life after boxing. That's what I think I hear. That's why you start hearing him speak about retirement and different things like that. Because I think in order for him to fully get to where he's trying to get to, as an individual, he gonna have to lead boxing fully. At least that's the way he see it, right? So that's what I hear. I know people like, he's not focused. It's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and it could be a little distracted because, like I said, he's had some odd time away from the sport, right? He had time to think. He had got locked up for a bit. Like, think about that. All of this stuff start coming after that. So he got sat down for a minute. And he had time to think, and you never know what kind of thoughts crossed his mind. So that's why I say I'm just at the point where I support dudes. I think I hear him loud and clear. It's a part of him that feel like he ain't appreciated no matter what he do. It's always going to be them people saying he ain't did shit, calling him a hype job, a prospect. You know, he don't challenge himself. He don't want to be great. He don't care about legacy. But he's telling y'all over and over and over again what he care about. But people choose to ignore it because what they want for the fighter, he don't want for himself. So people can't make peace with that. And because what was legacy to him and was legacy to the average boxing fan is night and day, are different. People have a problem with the way he moved. But like all I said, the answer is in what he said. Just listen to the man speak. You'll understand what he doing and how he on it. He really not into trying to please the people that don't understand that to make it where he came from, he's won so many times over. That's just it. I said this so many times. It's like people don't get it. They hard-headed. He won already, bro. He don't care about what your version of legacy is at home. He don't give a damn. And I can say that with confidence because I heard him speak. So I'm just strictly speaking to the people that don't know how to appreciate the boxing, that all you do is complain, all you do is shit on the fighters. There you go. He don't care, bro. Newsflash, he don't care. He don't care about what you talking about. He don't. It's just it. I'm not coming. I'm not taking up for him. I'm not protecting. I'm telling you what it is. He don't care. He gonna keep moving as he see fit. And the sooner people make peace with that, the better you could, come to terms with it. Maybe you could actually get back to enjoying boxing. But I'll be damned if I sit up here and complain because from my computer chair, I ain't got the power to make Tank Davis say, yo, I want to fight him or call him out or fight him. I don't care either. I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to support it. If it's worth it, I'm going to double down on it and support it. If not, I'm going to keep it moving and we going to build and we just going to keep doing what we doing. But the sooner people understand his why, the sooner they'll start complaining about the moves that he making. You know what I mean? And maybe the Jake Paul shit won't surprise some people. At the end of the day, if you feel like you're in a position where all you do is put on, and all they do is tell you what you don't do. Like, at what point do you stop? You know what I mean? At some point, you're going to be like, man, the hell with these people. I'm just going to keep doing me. That's just all it is. You get what I'm saying? That's all it is. Me too, man. Me too. Next one for sure. We going to make sure of it. Samuel, what it do, homie? Shout out to my baby girl, the queen. Miss Justdu is in the building. Fly Frequency, what it do, homie? Might be something you took with good information. Take that info and twist it. An honest question, because I know that's an honest question. You know, I can't do nothing but give you an honest answer. I think some people play the numbers game, Barbara. Like, they know if they put catchy title or if it's like it grab you in there, if it's fueled with like hate. It part of it is the job, right? It's what you do with the information, right? You could put a crazy title or a catchy title, but it's the information inside the video that stamps everything that's going on with you, right? And I think people play that numbers game, and they know if they can kind of spin it in another direction, twist it a bit, kind of tell a half truth, you know what I'm saying? Put a question mark here or there. Then, you know what I'm saying? They play with the numbers and they try to, you know what I mean? Get the people, they can get you emotional about something. They can get you to watch. They can get you to hate watch, respond. Like, it's a numbers game. It's a nasty game. It's a dirty tactic. I don't do it, but I see what people be doing in it. That's really, you know, the end game, the numbers and trying to get people to pay attention. And for me, I've always tried to do it, you know, just giving you right what's going on, no twists, no turns. That's why if you ever wonder, right, a lot of my lives, I play people's interviews and stuff like that, because a lot of the stuff people talk about, it comes from these interviews and stuff like that, and I play them so we can all hear them in real time, so nobody got to get words twisted. You get what I'm saying? Try to just be straight with the people. Nobody want to be lied to for 2, 3 to 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Technique was good with it. Peace to the queen, Lisa. How you feeling today? And McQueen, the professor, was good with it, bro. Motown in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling? Or people that said Tank taking the knee was not a knockdown. They said it was in the rules. It happens, right? Right. It's just tripping. Damon, what it do, homie? How you feeling? You enjoying your Friday? Yeah, for sure, man. Everything is all good. You know, we building with the family, so I'm definitely good. We gonna build for a little bit on this Friday, and you know, we gonna enjoy this cook. But like I said, shout out to Henry Garcia. None of my content is personal. He can have his opinion on what he's seen in Tank. I think it's interesting. He got me here talking about it today. But like I said, I see it much differently. I see it as, notice, bro. Notice, y'all. Notice, family. A fight, it takes two for a fight. It takes two for a fight. But oftentimes in a fight of this magnitude, if it don't play out the way that you anticipated it playing out, the way you had it drawn up in your head, like Aunt McQueen been saying, when we got these expectations and our expectations are not met, we had these, like, you know, overly, you know, exaggerated assessments of what we seen. And I think this is the example of it. Henry Garcia's, right? So, and a lot of times, fight of this magnitude, if it don't play out the way you wanted it to, you end up only criticizing the guy. Only one guy ends up wearing the responsibility of it being a fight worth judging or talking about. So in this case, Lamont Roach and Tank Davis fought. You know what I'm saying? They fought March 1st. They fought each other. But when you hear people's assessment, it's so one-sided, and you can tell that it's based on what they thought they was gonna see versus what actually happened. You can tell because all the onus goes on Tank, and it's like, well, yeah, his legs are gone, and his and his X, Y, and Z, and he's getting older, and he's past his prime. But you don't look over once in your assessment and say, damn, but Lamont Roach showed up. He came to fight. None of that passes through your mind. So right then and there, I don't even want to hear what you got to say, because you're not even speaking on the other side. So it's like, that's what he doing. In this instance, he just attributing everything to him being past his prime. He getting old, you know, no, his legs no longer there. You get what I'm saying? Without highlighting how good Lamont Roach fought, the fact that they knew each other. Hey, man, you think Ryan was able to do to Devin Haney what he did to him April 20th when they fought her last year if they didn't fight 6 times? So you should know what being familiar with somebody is all about, because your son was very familiar with Devin Haney. And it played out like that, didn't it? Because they knew each other. So don't give me this shit that all of a sudden Tank legs gone all in one fight. That's all I'm saying. Just be real about what you're saying. That's why people be calling it hate, because the shit don't be making sense. If there was any indication that his legs are gone, we would have more than one fight to go off. We would have more than one fight to go off. What is it that he was able to do before that he's not able to do now? I don't see it, bro. That's all I'm saying. I don't see it. That's why people deem this shit as hate, sour grapes. You salty because he made your son take a knee, he punched him in his nose, punched that man in his ribs, made his nose bleed. Like that shit. Yeah, Tank did that. Punched that man. Tank punched that man in his stomach, yo, his nose started bleeding. That's why he's still mad. Tank punched his son in his stomach, yo. His nose started bleeding out of nowhere. His nose just started bleeding, bro. They still hot about that. D-Free, what it do? Hen Dog, what's good, bro? And people tripping. That's how I look at it, Hen Dog. And I'm glad you said that. He's legit a champion, bro. He's a champion. I refuse to look at him like anything else. I don't give a damn about what your personal preference is. I don't care the fact that he didn't have the belt at 135. That shit don't matter. The size difference, he was the bigger man. None of that shit was going to matter. He showed you that he could compete at the highest level. And it's time for people to just acknowledge that. And all I'm saying is it's a way to acknowledge how good Lamont Roach was on the night without just putting all the onus on one fighter and saying he just did terrible. He looked bad. No legs. He's getting old. Like I just think that's too much, right? I think you're going a bit too far off the ledge with it. You get what I'm saying? That's why people be calling it hate. That's all. You get what I'm saying? When you make an assessment, make a real one. Starting with assessing what both fighters did and what you seen from both, not what you expected to see from one guy. So yeah, I didn't see that I didn't see him backflip off the turnbuckle. You know, I ain't see the backflip. I ain't see the highlight reel knockout. So yeah, he got to be old. Yeah, I mean his legs. Yeah, his legs is out of there. Man, I can't see it that way. I just can't. And look, respect to his opinion, but I think that's going way far with it. You get what I'm saying? I think that's going way far. You don't see the backflip off the turnbuckle one fight. Now we tripping. Now he old. You get what I'm saying? Now he old. Nah, bro. We don't get to do that. That man only 30 years old. He'll be back. And I hope he use all of this as bulletin board material. I hope he use all of this as fuel. And he go in there and fight the fight of his life. I hope Lamont Roach use anything where he felt like he was wrong as fuel to go in there and give us another good fight. That's where I'm at with it. You get what I'm saying? But I'm tired of boxing, and I'm gonna keep fighting this fight. People got to find a way to talk boxing without shitting on people. Can you do that? I'm about to issue a new challenge across the entire YouTube platform. Big channel, small channel, I don't give a damn. I'm sending the challenge. I want to see if you can talk boxing without shitting on the fighters that you talking about. Across the board. It doesn't matter who it is. Don't matter who it is you're speaking about. Male, female, fighter, coaches, trainers, referees. I don't give a damn. That's my challenge for the YouTube streets. Can you talk boxing without shitting on anybody that you speaking of? Can you do it? That's my challenge for the people. That's my challenge. Can you talk boxing without tearing it down? That's what I want to see. I really want to see that. I want to see people try that one. You get me? People done came up with all types of bullshit challenges. I think I'm on to something. I got a real one. Can you talk boxing without shitting on nobody in the entire sport? No matter who you talking about, across the board. Call that shit down the middle. Can you do that? That's the challenge, man. We need a poll up, man. We need a poll. That's the new challenge for YouTube. Let's see if we could talk boxing. Let's see if we can actually build on boxing without shitting on it. Let's see, man. I guarantee you. Let's see how many people could take that challenge and run with it. You know, let's spread that one across YouTube. Let's spread that one across social media. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk boxing without shitting.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my dog, man. TD Sports Talk becoming a member, man. Much love, much appreciation, bro. And shout out to all the channel members in the building, man. Much love, man. Welcome to the family 2 times, man. It's crazy. Power punch a man in the stomach. His nose start bleeding. Punch that man. He said, "Wait, referee should be fair game." All right, storm me out. I was on one. I was rolling. TD. I was rolling. Can't do it. Ron is my toilet, bro. Now that's different though. It's a couple exceptions to that, bro. Ryan and Tio is the exception to that because they've affected people in ways emotionally that I get it. They not under the shield, but everybody else, you get what I'm saying? Can you, as a whole, can you really talk boxing? Can you really build this shit without tearing it down? That's what I want to see. That's what's dope to me. That's what's dope. Not trying to prove how this guy ain't good and he's a fraud because he didn't do it like this and he didn't knock him out like that, so he can't beat. Not none of that weird shit. Can you talk boxing without tearing into these fighters that put on every time they in the ring? That's all I want. That's all I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You get me? You get me? You get me, bro? I love the challenge, man. I love the challenge. Yeah. Nah, straighten out for sure. You know what I'm saying? Straighten out. He said everybody needs some act right. Either an ass whooping or a bad day. For sure. Being boxing news, my guy. Still want to know our tank team doubling back with Lomo and Shakur was at the fight. Motown 909s. I think some of that is just like a little bit of gossip too, bro. Opulent LDTV. Blessings, Brody. Mills Rod, what it do, homie? How you feeling, man? Shout out to you, bro. They ain't like us. You know it, man. Shout out to you. But I think some of that is just talk, right? I think the plan for them though is truly what's the name? What's his name? Pardon me, Lamont Roach. So I don't know. I heard the Loma whispers too, but I think the real focus for them is Lamont. So you know what I mean? And then just because I like to look at things on both sides, like yeah, I do want him to pursue that fight, and I want Shakur to pursue that fight as well. But if I'm just looking at it, the landscape, I think because of the close fight, it kind of disrupted any potential immediate plan Tank had. So he doubling back to him. I don't think that was in the initial plan. So you about to see him right now deviate from what he was already doing to kind of, you know, rectify what was a close ass decision, right? The first one of his career. So I think in the meantime, then you look, that's what he's doing, right? Obviously. And then you look over at Court and what he's doing, what he got going on. Said he got one fight left on that deal right now so far with Eddie, right? And we seen the one fight with Padley, went out there, did his thing, banged his hands up a bit, but I'm pretty sure they back good now, right? So I think the goal for them is to get him another fight as well. And I don't think Tank is the immediate goal. So let me just try to speak on both sides. Shakur is definitely there. He was at the fight. You want that to be the one next. I don't know why they robbing us of that entertainment. I wish I had the answer to that. But I ain't going to put all the onus just on one side. I'm going to put it on both equally, right? They both share the responsibility of delivering the fight simply because we know and they know that that's the fight to make. We don't care what they say, right? Either one of them. So I want to see what I expect. In the real world, I expect Lamont and Tank to get it on again. I expect Shakur to try to find another opponent with Eddie Hearn. I doubt if it be Zepeda or something. I'm not confident that fight happens. So I'm going to say this and ahead of time. Don't be surprised if Shakur fights somebody else, a Cordina or somebody else that you didn't want to see, because that's just what boxing is at this point. It's just full of shit. So if you Shakur, you take the best possible fight that you can. You know what I mean? If you can't get a guy like Zepeda, just keep it moving like you've been doing. Fight the next man up and do everything in your power after that next fight to get a Tank fight. So for me, realistically, I think they both got at least, and I'm saying at the least, one more fight in between each other. You get what I'm saying? That's what I think. All duck talk aside, all contract bullshit talk aside, that's what I think is going on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what he about to do, double back to Lamont for obvious reasons because it was a close fight. And then you got Shakur. I think they looking to keep him busy. More experience is always good when you're going up against a Tank. So it wouldn't hurt him to get another fight anyway. But the question is, you know, who that fight going to consist of, right? What opponent? And like I said, I'm telling you now, I'm not setting my hopes for nothing crazy with Shakur. You got the youngin and Javier Herrera calling his name. I mean, people already jumped all over that. They ain't never even seen dude fight, but they want to see it because he got knockouts, right? So I'm not against it, right? I just, there's no telling with Shakur because you see how people react when it's time to fight him. I'm tired of playing the games. People could ignore the obvious. I know what I'm watching. So with him, he just got to stay focused, try to manage the issues with the hands as best he could and just keep fighting, right? And do everything in your power after that next fight to get you a Tank fight. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? In a perfect world, right? Because again, it ain't gonna be next for neither guy, and we can see that clearly. And I don't want to blame neither guy for why it ain't happened next. But after that, there like if you can't get Zepeda and Tank, if you can't get Loma, what do? Y'all fight each other. You get me? So I ain't got all the answers, but that's just my spill on it, man. That's how I see it playing out. I definitely see them getting another fight before fighting each other. Talking crazy in the ski mask. Right. That's what I'm saying, Jordan. Fight Javier Herrera. They already anointing him some boogeyman already. They already, bro, I already seen videos with people saying Shakur duck Javier Herrera already, bro. They already made the videos. You can type it in your YouTube search right now and find it. It's crazy. Already they said it. He ducked him. They said this before he even made that video that I'm gonna play in a second, but that's what it is with Core. You just his career path obviously has been different than most of these guys. People choose to ignore what they really seeing. Dudes find reasons not to fight him when it's time. We've seen it time and time again. So if you him, you just want to keep rehab your hands, man. Manage that your hand situation as much as you can. Stay busy, stay locked in. And like he always said, his time coming. And I think that's true. So that's what I want to see. In the meantime, in between time, go scalp the young boy that's calling your name. William Old School, what it do, bro? Appreciate you, family. Secret Dance Moves was good. I'm a huge Javier Herrera fan. You probably won a few, though. Right? They're going to find Shakur a fight. That's all, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at with it. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to find Core a fight at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to find him a fight that makes sense. And there's not he could take that's going to prepare him for Tank anyway, so he don't got to worry about that. Just keep fighting. Just keep winning. Just keep winning until you get your big fight. That's how I look at it. I can't control who he fight, who send what contracts, none of that. All I can say is if you Shakur, fight who wants to fight you, and when it's time, when it's time to get them to make that big fight for you. That's it. That's all. And keep it pushing. But shout out to Javier Herrera. I like his energy. I ain't mad at it. I don't got nothing bad to say. That's how you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? You're supposed to talk your ish, man. You feel like you want to put your name on the map. That's how you do it. I mean, his record is very similar to what Edwin De Los Santos' record was when Shakur fought him. Difference is he ain't got no loss. So if De Los Santos is good enough to fight, then so is Herrera. That's how I look at it. So if he's still in the mix, when it's time for Shakur to get back in there, shit, go in there and beat his young ass. All this speed, power shit, man, I ain't overly impressed with that. You got to show me you smarter than Shakur. If you can show me that, then you might got something. You know what I'm saying? Shakur duck him, no, but his team decided it was too much of a risk on short notice. Yes. Not really. Do you know, if you being a Javier Herrera fan, let me see. When the next time he fights, Secret Dance Moves, you know the next time he fight? I do. You probably know. You know when the next time he fight? Because it's easy to assume that. You get what I'm saying? It's easy to assume that. But you know why they didn't choose him? Guess when he fight? Guess when Javier Herrera fight? Guess when his next fight is, y'all. Just take a wild guess. Take a wild guess when his next fight is. Take a wild guess, y'all. There you go. Secret Dance Moves. Pay attention. Hey, you a fan for real. I see you paying attention. So you see, right then and there, before you even get to if it's too risky, what was he going to do? Cancel the fight tomorrow that was already signed and then fight Shakur? Like in a perfect world, yeah, the bigger opportunity. But now you run the risk of having legal issues because you already had a fight lined up. You get what I'm saying? So it was kind of simple to see why they didn't choose him. Padley was sitting on the sideline, and he probably was an Eddie Hearn special too. Not that, just call it what it is. Padley probably was an Eddie Hearn special. Just like a Cordina would have been. So, yeah, and risk on short notice, I mean, shit, it's all risky. But at some point, somebody going to have to fight that kid if he keep winning. You know what I mean? Herrera. He looks sharp. He looks solid. He looks strong. He could box. He got some charisma. He got good energy. I like him. He talk. He got a funny accent that I like. Yeah, right. That's what he said. Yeah, ducking him. He said he ducking him. Said he ducked him already. He's on Nick Ball card. Right. So he fight already. You get what I'm saying? So although it was like probably being considered, but once they realize, oh shit, you already got to fight. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? We definitely ain't fighting this dude. And yeah, you're right. Somebody, the more dangerous the fight is, let me acknowledge what you're saying. The more dangerous I think the fight is, obviously, the more time you'll want to prepare for it. But I don't look at it as it's one of those things where, oh, he looked too dangerous. I don't think they felt like that. You get what I'm saying? Because you got to look at it the other way. Look how dangerous it'd be trying to get in there and actually beat Shakur on a short notice, too. So, you know what I mean? It's like a double-edged sword. It ain't just a risk for one. It's a risk for both. Behind the Hands TV, my dog, what's good with it, bro? Don't trip. They're going to make me the official replacement on all Shakur fights. I'm about to hit him up. I'm about to tell him, man, next time y'all need a replacement, man, come holler at me, man. Let's get some rounds in. So Frank Warren was pushing hard for Javier to take over Floyd. Yeah, I mean, look, I ain't against it, and that's what he's supposed to do. If that's his guy, that's what he's supposed to do. But like I said, unless they was going all out, just cancel his fight, which I don't think they was going to do because it's already signed, right? It's one of them situations where it's like the opportunity came at the wrong time for him. You get what I'm saying? But if he's good, like people saying he is, and I don't doubt that he's talented and dangerous and strong, and I seen him on tape. If he's gonna keep winning, so maybe he'll still be there for a potential opponent. Seem like people ain't gonna be jumping out the woodworks to fight Shakur no time soon, so maybe he'll still be there. You know, I'm not against seeing the fight. I'm not against seeing young dudes get their opportunity. Like I said, if he could fight De Los Santos with a very similar record, and difference is he don't got no loss, then he definitely could fight him. If he was about to fight Kid Austin, then he can fight a kid like that. So I'm not against it, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know who they're going to be looking at as the next opponent for him, but we're going to see. You know what I mean? His payday is tied up, so I doubt if he fight him next. We're just going to have to wait and see what they find. You know what I mean? See what they find. But a lot of these dudes do, respectfully though, a lot of these dudes, just because you got knockouts and you got a good undefeated record, don't mean you just deserve a title shot because you opened your mouth and started talking. Like, it just don't go like that either, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely not always the case. So I just wanted to be clear about that. Like, just because you open your mouth about wanting to fight don't mean, you know, oh, you get in a fight. It definitely don't go like that. I mean, think about how many guys, y'all, sitting on the sidelines, if all it took for them to get an opportunity is
it all resulted in the
Henry video about Tank, man. Hold on. Shout out to my dog, man. Opulent LDTV in the Cash App, man. Appreciate the support, homie, for the 10-piece. Much love, man. Always supporting the grind as well, man. It's my guy. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy, Opulent LDTV. Appreciate you, bro. Before I play, let me play this real quick, man. It's real fast. Where it's at. If all you had to do was this to get a title shot, imagine how many people would get title
in the end, Shakur faced Josh Padley. What do you know about the deal there? How close was it, or was it not close at all?
Se suponía que debías pelear con Shakur, como sabes, él peleó con ese Josh Padley. ¿Qué sabes de ese acuerdo? ¿Qué vas a hacer ahora?
This is boxing, you know. This is boxing. I don't give a fuck Shakur, Stevenson. I don't give a fuck Padley. You know, I'm here. I'm being here. So I want to say something. You know.
I don't give a fuck.
Shakur, don't run anymore, bro. Don't run anymore. Coming for you, okay?
Do you think Shakur ran from you then when your name was mentioned to him? Do you think he ran away from the fight with yourself?
¿Piensas que Shakur no quería la pelea o qué?
Yeah, él sabe porque soy un oponente que, you know, pego fuerte.
You don't run for me again, okay?
My mental is different. You know what I'm saying? I am 22 years old. I have power. I have speed. My mental is very, very fast.
I have power. I have
You know?
speed. My mentality is very, very fast, okay? I love it, yo. Y'all know I just be clowning with the accents, but his accent is hilarious, bro. I love it. Love the call. He said, let me say something. It's Shakur. Don't run from me again, okay? I coming for you. He said, I have speed. I have power. I love it. Shout out to my guy, OP. Emmanuel, man, what's good, bro? Skywalker, what's good, Brody? How you feeling? Want to fight Shakur? We'll give it to him. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, Cuban Matias. Hey, don't he look like, he said, don't run anymore. I come for you, okay? I love it, yo. Love his energy. And I'm just joking with the accent, bro. I don't have this, nothing personal. Y'all know, if y'all know how I do, I'm silly, bro. I love it. The accent, bro. If I was Shakur, I'd be crying right now. Real prison talk with Tommy. What's good with it, bro? He's Cuban. He a Cuban southpaw. He's 22 years old. He's 16-0, 14 KOs. He been 10 rounds once, right? The rest of those guys, he been pretty much blowing through his competition. He's solid, bro. He's solid. When I look at him, I don't look at him like, trash fighter. I just think he's a young fighter. I just think Shakur is a level, right? He's a certain level that most guys are not at. But that dude can fight. He can fight. He got a power in both hands. He can box as well, right? He young, he hungry, he got some speed. Like he said, I have speed, I have power. He do. So, listen, I'm not against seeing no fights because, like I said, at the end of the day, all it takes is one punch. Anything can happen in the fights, and sometimes your biggest, your toughest foes be the strangest guys. So I don't know. We'll see how long Javier Herrera gonna be around, but right now he looks solid, looks strong. Like I say, he got energy. I like his like he got personality already. You get what I'm saying? He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He Cuban southpaw at that, but he ain't the kind of Cuban southpaw that want to get in there and dance. He want to hurt you. He want to knock you out. You get what I'm saying? So look, I'm not against him getting his opportunities. I like him, bro. I like him. You know what I mean? Tomorrow to cover his fight. That's something to think about, bro. Secret dance move. It's something to think about. I gotta see. I don't mind doing it though. Because he a potential opponent. He could be. He looked solid, bro. He looked like he dangerous. He remind me of rest in peace, but he looked like to me XXX Tentacion. He looked like him to me. He remind me of him. He like a Cuban Triple X, the rapper, man. R.I.P. to him. But that's what he looked like to me. The athletic version, bro. And he had braces with the glasses. He funny, man. That's a funny dude. He said, Shakur. Hold on. I got to play one more time, y'all. We're going to play this from Henry Garcia. I'm going to let y'all hear what Henry Garcia had to say about Tank.
So in the end, Shakur faced Josh Padley. What do you know about the deal there? How close was it, or was it not close at all?
Se suponía que debías pelear con Shakur, como sabes, él peleó con ese Josh Padley. ¿Qué sabes de ese acuerdo que vas a hacer ahora?
This is boxing, this is boxing. I don't give a fuck Shakur, Stevenson, I don't give a fuck Pilot, I'm here, 1 million here. So I want to say something, Shakur, don't run anymore, bro. Don't run anymore, I'm coming for you, okay?
Do you think Shakur ran from you then when your name was mentioned to him? Do you think he ran away from the fight with yourself?
¿Piensas que Shakur no quería la pelea o qué?
Ya, él sabe porque soy un oponente que, pego fuerte.
My good, bro.
My mental is different, what I'm saying? I am 22 years old.
Mental is different.
I have power, I have speed. My mental is very, very fast,
You gotta know. I have power, I have speed. My mentality is very, very fast. Gotta love him, man. But let's see it, man. He keep winning. I don't see why he can't put himself in position to be, I don't know where he ranked at and all that good stuff. But like I said, I respect realistic call outs. I don't think Shakur running from him, none of that. But real is real, man. The more realistic the threat, the more time you're going to want to prepare for him. It ain't about being stupid. You ain't in it to just try to be tough, right? So I think he went out there, he took the fight that made sense, got him up out of there on short notice. Now on to the next. If nobody's available at all for him to fight, none of the names he's looking for, and that guy is sitting over there in the win undefeated, calling for the shot. Look, I'm not against saying it because boxing is changing, man. People going to get opportunities and they're going to come at the strangest times. And at the end of the day, Shakur can't sit around and wait for some of these dudes to say, yeah, he got to fight. Who gonna fight him in the fights that make sense? And that's all I expect him to keep doing. Jay Bean, 6 foot, kind of too big for super featherweight. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I have 22 years old. I have speed. I have 22 years old. I have speed. I have power. I have speed. My mentality is very fast. Shakur, don't running. I coming for you. I love it.
if anything. And it all resulted in the sparring session.
Let's
But
see
now,
what
Viral video.
Yeah, he
it's a
fights tomorrow.
viral
Kyle.
video, but now it's a real thing. It's actually gonna happen, and that's what makes it more exciting because
Make my
this
legs
is
go.
where it counts, doesn't it? So
And,
we're really
and
happy about that.
Ryan Garcia, Fight Night, kind of a different guy than everybody kind of knows in sparring. A vicious kid in sparring, but I've heard that from Joe Goosen, says that
Sure.
power in both hands.
Yes.
KO and sparring partners sending guys home.
Yes.
But then on Fight Night, we see that he lights up on Fight Night.
Yeah.
What's Rolly Romero in store for?
Well, you know, Rolly Romero, I hope he's in shape, which I'm sure he will be. I know he will. But, you know, I give everybody credit. Every fighter that steps in the ring deserves credit. You know, we don't look past anybody. I mean, they all deserve, you know, a winning chance. But, you know, I think with the experience that we have,
Mentality very fast.
it's just going to overwhelm.
Dante was good, bro.
And that's what Ryan kind of said. He looked at Rolly and said, man, look, I'm sorry this has to be you, but I'm going to steamroll you. Are those the talks you guys are kind of having privately?
Well, no, I mean, we don't talk about it privately. What we do is we just concentrate on our strategy, and we just take it from that point.
Great fights on the card. You got Arnold Barbosa, Teofimo Lopez going at it also. What do you think about that matchup?
Well, I mean, you know, that's going to be a close matchup because according to Arnold Barbosa, he said that Teo was avoiding him, and I didn't know that. And now that they're together, it's like, okay, we're going to see why he either avoided you or he didn't. So it's going to be a good matchup.
And then lastly on the card,
Yeah.
Last but not least, Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. Another great fight in Times Square of all places, outside in Times Square.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. But what do you think about that matchup?
Well, you know, again, Devin Haney, you know, you've seen what we did to him. You know, hopefully we we paved the way for fighters to how to handle him. And, you know, I again, you know, it's up to them. Ramirez is a guy that I've seen also fight and spar.
A really rough guy.
He's a rough
Ramirez
guy,
is.
and you know what? Something that you cannot take lightly because he's gonna come forward, he's gonna attack, and I hope they're ready for it.
I watch Jose Ramirez train all the time at the RGBA where I live.
Yeah.
And one thing that sticks out about Jose Ramirez is that if there was a word to describe him, I would say is sneaky. He's got sneaky speed. He got sneaky power.
Right.
His energy levels are off the charts. I'm excited as heck to see those guys.
I am too. I'm telling you, he's got a good coach behind him, Robert Garcia, and I know that they're up for this challenge. So I wish them both the luck, and hopefully, you know, we'll see a good matchup.
And it's so exciting because this is a card where potentially everybody could fight each other, right? I mean, what is that like when you go on a card like that and you see you guys are kind of looking at each other? You guys have your own fights, but you got to be kind of side-eyeing each other.
Well, you have
and
to.
saying, hey,
Yeah, you have to
we can
because
do it too. I know Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia. There's been a little bit of chirping going back and forth between those two camps.
Yeah, well, you know, when you're close in weight, anything's possible, and like you said, you know, the matchup is could be right next to you, or could be the next fight or the fight after. But yeah, I mean, everybody's eyeballing everybody,
good,
and
Max Machine
most likely you're going to see another matchup.
And a guy that you guys just recently fought, Gervonta Davis. We just saw him versus Lamont Roach. Lots of people on both sides, just depending on what type of boxing fan you are. You thought Roach won or you thought Tank won. The controversy in the 9th round, everybody knows.
Sure.
People thought it was a knockdown. What'd you think about that?
Well, I thought it was a knockdown. I mean, you know, when you put your knee down and you just turn your back, I mean, you know, that's one reason to give it a knockdown. The other reason is that he could have gotten disqualified by going to his corner and then assisting him, you know, during the time that it's
Getting up from the stool.
You can't do that, especially turning your back as well. You know, you can't do stuff like that. Why did they allow it to happen? I don't know. But you know what? Hopefully Roach can either have a rematch or overturn the decision according to these mishaps.
And we know that there's been
Yeah, he would love that. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland for the boxing clips. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, you know I don't expect nothing different when it comes to Tank. Their criticism always gonna be the harshest of the harsh. Yeah, you would want it to be overturned because you know made your son Tim Tebow in front of you, and his nose, that little trickle of blood that start coming out of his nose, got you feeling salty. Yeah, like, won't y'all get in there and do it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would like to hear. Oh, if he looked like that against Lamont Roach, man, my son to do this in a rematch. I would like to hear that rather than you talking about some damn. Time. Shout out to Dub. Appreciate you, Mike. Boxing with 2-4 was good with it, bro.
some funny things. New York State Athletic Commission in the past kind of wish-washy on a lot of things. They just ruled that they weren't going to overturn it. What do you think Lamont Roach has to do to separate himself in the rematch if he does get it?
Well, I know he's not going to get the rematch anytime soon because Tank, if you notice, he didn't really, he wasn't really up for that rematch. But since they didn't overturn it, I mean, it's sad, you know, for Roach, and hopefully he could get another opportunity either elsewhere. But I personally think he won, and I think Tank also knew he won. There's no way you could say Tank won. There's no way. Not with something like that. But then again, you know, hey, you know, New York State Commissions, you know, they have their own ruling, and it is what it is.
Do you think that just that wasn't the Tank that you guys fought? Do you think that he's diminished in some way, or do you think that just mentally he just wasn't there for the fight?
Well, a little bit of both. You know, his age is catching up to him. You know, his legs aren't there as he used to be, and you know, he switched his trainer, you know. That's could be another factor.
With Barry Hunter being the head trainer and Coach Calvin being outside.
Yeah, but he snapped at Calvin too. So that's, you know, there was something going on. I really don't know, and I couldn't really speculate on that because I don't know. But I know that something was bothering Tank because Tank is a good fighter, and he's out to hurt you, you know. But hey, you know.
I mean, I guarantee you right now, if the interviewer had to ask him to like elaborate on what, like, you know, how do you think his age is catching up to him, or what made you feel like his legs are gone, he probably wouldn't really be able to explain it. It's just shit people say, and it's easy to say it when you had a performance that might have not looked like your best, right, or the norm. So it's easy for the criticism, the speculation, and things like that. But I think that's a little, like I said, exaggeration, man. I don't think we can go that far. It's the saying that, you know, legs are gone and you know, he can't, you know, his age catching up. I don't see that being the case. Ray Ford versus Thomas Matisse. Oh, yeah. The undercard of Boots versus Stanionis. That's an interesting fight, man. That's going to be a tough fight for Matisse, man. Ray Ford is a skillful guy, man. That's going to be a fun fight to watch. I like Thomas Matisse.
Lamont Roach stood in there, stood his ground, and he did a great job. Good counterpuncher.
Counterpunching, when we talk about counterpunching, takes skills. You guys back in the stable with Canelo and Eddie Reynoso.
Yes.
Talk to us about that. Well, how has that been, and how's that reunion been with all those guys?
Yeah, well, it's a great reunion. We're excited, you know. At the moment, Eddie is training Canelo out in a different state. So, you know, it's okay. I mean, you know, we're handling it as a family thing, you know, and we're happy. You know, I'm in contact with Eddie most of the time. So it's just, you know, going back and forth. But we're really happy about the switch.
I'm interested. Did you
see? And that's why I say, man, no disrespect to this dude, but that's why you could take the shit that he be saying with a grain of salt. Because, you know, now you hear Ryan. Ryan clearly said he's not training with Eddie. Clearly said that he's not training with him. He said his dad is training. Said this is his dad. So mind you, this was a little bit before Ryan came out and said that they're not training with Eddie. You seen Teo ask him about training with Eddie. He said, nah, he ain't training over there with him. He said it's just his dad and his brother, I think he said. So I get it. Y'all fighting Rolly. Y'all might feel like y'all familiar with him, which y'all are. Might not feel like you need nobody different. You might feel like you got all that you need, but we're going to find out. I don't know. You underestimate Rolly, man. He go in there and shock you, man, upset the apple cart. But we all know it's a long shot for that to happen. But still, I do wonder how much this will affect him. He just went from telling you how happy he is about the switch, and you can, if you really listen to how he talking, it don't sound like y'all training. He's like, oh, he's training because what did he say? Canelo out of state. So, you know, we're just going back and forth. Nah, the fact of the matter is, I think Canelo is just the priority, bro, and you not the priority if you go over there and work with him. I don't know what Teo's situation is, but maybe it's different. But Teo seemed like he found a new home with Eddie. It seemed like Ryan is on the outskirts and he with his dad, Henry. So his dad, who thinks the reason that Tank's fight was close is because his age is catching up to him and his legs are not what they used to be. This is the guy that's training you to go in there with Rolly. So I'm just saying his assessments be bogus sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep going.
Watch the fight, the Lamont Roach and Tank fight with your son. Or was he nearby when the fight was going on? Have you guys talked about it?
No, well, I watched it with other family members, Lamont Roach and Tank. But Ryan was nearby, you know, and he texted me afterwards, you know. So he gave me his opinion. He said the same thing I said, you know. You can't do that. You just can't do that. You can't put your knee down and just because you got either, what was it, the grease or whatever. Yeah, something happened, but you know, you can't do that. You know, just say, bro, you do that at a barbershop, not in a boxing ring.
Right. Mm-hmm. Coach, before I let you go,
yes,
there's been a whole lot of speculation, conversation, a lot of things about His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Amazing things, leaps and bounds in boxing. Just found out he's putting on a league.
Yeah,
the league, a boxing league.
Know,
what do you think about that? Have you guys heard anything on your own?
Is
Ryan Garcia going to be part of the league?
Well, I mean, he's already part of it, but we heard it on our way back.
He's already a part of it.
Well, I mean, he's already with Turki Al-Sheikh.
Right.
He signed these 2-fight deals.
Okay.
So I mean, that's that says it, you know. All.
So
I don't have the whole logistics of it all yet because it just got announced. So now what we have to do is we're gonna go talk to them and see what it's all about. But I know he's with Dana White, correct?
That's correct.
So it's gonna be with him and Dana White. So that's something that we gotta look into more and see what that's all about. I mean, but like they said, they want to bring the best fights, you know, out there. Hey, more power to them.
Sound like you got a clue. That ain't really what I wanted to hear. I ain't care about all that other stuff. So fast forward up to date, he is the guy that's training his son now. It's not Eddie Reynoso, and it's gonna be something to see how this fight look for Ryan Garcia and Rolly. Rolly claimed he ain't got no game plan, though he could just be talking, but you just never know with that dude. Because I truly don't think he used to have game plans with Bullet, but that's just my thoughts. But we're going to see if any of this has an impact on Ryan Garcia, right? Remember, Tank, he ain't have his trainers, his age caught up to him, and legs not being there, right? So let's see if Ryan's switching trainers and not being with the great Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, you know, stop him from looking his best, right? Let's see if Henry Garcia can march Ryan to the promised land. Let's see if Henry Garcia can get his son over the hump. And like I said, I know people don't really give Rolly much of a shot, but I'm telling you, man, all it takes is one. So Ryan, but to me, that fight is one of those things where it's like, who gonna catch who first? And I lean towards Ryan, obviously, but I'm just saying it's still that notion that if Rolly get a good one in there, shit get interesting, man. And you training with Henry Garcia, I don't believe in him as a trainer. Seemed like he just going along for the ride. I don't know, because it's like you training him. You had Joe Goosen training him at one point, a guy that said you don't even train Ryan, you just collab with him. So you sent your son in there pretty much with a guy like that. You could have been training him yourself. So I think that speaks volumes. I mean, how consistent have you been as a trainer in his corner anyway, too? That's something else that I question, right? I'm not knocking him, but I think this is one of those things where they not training with Reynoso. It seemed like they had plans of training with him and working with him, but it seemed like they're using Henry Garcia as like the Band-Aid over the situation. They're going to put Henry over the situation, and he's going to be essentially the Band-Aid for Ryan Garcia, and maybe that'd be enough to get past somebody like Rolly. But we'll see just how confident he is and allowing his dad to just be the head trainer. I'm not fully surprised with a Rolly fight that he comfortable going in there with his dad, but we gonna see. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see if this is a long-term fix or is this something that he's just doing for one fight. I could see this being a one-off and him trying to go get a trainer. You see how the Derrick James situation just failed. It just went by the wayside. He just went from Derrick. Now he going to Eddie. Now he ain't with Eddie. Now he with his dad. That shit could have an effect too, Mr. Henry Garcia. Since you think it affected Tank, I'm pretty sure it could affect Ryan too. Somebody that definitely need to be trained. You get what I'm saying? Got a feeling Henry don't know a damn thing about Ryan's career. Hey, man, I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't either. I don't think he got a clue. I think that's why I say he along for the ride. Like, you listen to his answers, they're very, like, surface level shit. They don't really give you nothing. Like, he don't sound like he got a grip on nothing going on. We're just going back and forth. He's training Canelo out of state. We're just going back and forth. Bro, you sound, it's just say he ain't training you without saying he ain't training you. Say it. Go ahead and say it again, Henry. Give us that explanation again. Dude is tripping. Heard it was Justin Fortune is training Ryan for this fight. I heard that too. Fortune been the number 2 guy under Freddie Roach for about 15 years. He capable training for Ryan. I did hear that. But Ryan out his mouth said it's just his dad and I think his brother. So he could be full of shit too. But that's what he said out his mouth. Said he wasn't training with I think he said it on Ellie Segback. I think the video was on Ellie Segback. He went up there and Ellie asked him about it. And he said he wasn't training with Eddie Reynoso for whatever reason. And then he went to say, it's just his dad and his brother, I think he said, training him. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But somebody else mentioned that Justin kid too, man. Our guy, I don't know him, but somebody else mentioned that guy. So maybe he'd be all right. And again, it's Rolly, so I know the consensus is that he don't really need nothing crazy or special to beat Rolly, right? So we'll find out, though. We'll find out. We damn sure gonna find out. Let's see how locked in Ryan's been. Like I said, his energy been a lot different this build up than any time in recent memory. He seemed real calm, real like quiet. He seemed humbled almost. So like he give off the energy almost like he could have lost in his last fight or something, right? But maybe that's the getting caught up with the Ostarine and all those different things that got him kind of, what's the name? You get what I'm saying? So maybe so. Fortune for Lennox Lewis back in the day, did he? Yeah, I'm not familiar with dude. He said he's sober now. Maybe that's what it is, R. Stokes. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Hey, Cut Creator, if you ask him about the interview, I'm gonna reschedule that. So I ain't do it. Shout out to you, Will. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he got more control of himself because he he ain't drinking and partying and just being unhinged, man. He over there doing business with Turkey, so maybe that he on his best behavior. Maybe he's trying to show some maturity, but my thing is if he can consistently keep it up there, I think he'll be good. I think people will, lay off him a little bit, but we'll see how long he can keep it up. But shout out to Henry. Back to what he was saying. Like I said, y'all, I don't know. Me personally, I don't feel like Tank Davis' legs are gone at all, right? That's the interesting take. I think we need to see more fights consistently where he's unable to get out of the way of shots and move like he once could, right? I don't see that. Age catching up, I don't see that. All in one fight is just not enough there for me to suggest that, he just old overnight, right? Because that's almost what he's saying, right? Age and legs not being there. They said that shit about Floyd, man. You remember they said that about Floyd, I think in the first Maidana fight. His legs were gone. He couldn't move. That's why the fight was close and he fought the way he did, right? In the pocket, not really moving. Then he turned around a rematch and it was like night and day, right? Shit wasn't even close. So and Tank is younger than what Floyd was at that time. So at the end of the day, I think Tank still got, as long as he really want. I don't know how long he gonna stick around. Sound like he counting his days, but I think until he do retire, I don't anticipate seeing Tank like past his prime and still boxing. So for me, I feel like he still is in his prime. Henry said a lot. He said like he feel like he passed his prime, age and legs, and That's a lot. I just don't see all of that, right? If guys are able to start giving them close fights all of a sudden, like I said, he's not able to get rid of dudes and knock them out like he once did, and maybe you can start questioning those things. But I think it's going to take, for me at least, more than one fight. It's going to take more than one fight for me to just write him off like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to have to see some more. I'm going to have to see more than that. They don't play about drugs in the Middle East. Somebody else said that too. You know what I mean? So he on his best behavior. Clarissa Shields is cleared from that failed PD drug test. No suspension. Or THC, pardon me, drug test. No suspension. That's what's good. Let's see if anybody talk about that. Let's see if Prick Glazer write about that. Write a post about that, because he was one of the first ones that got it out. Shout out to Clarissa Shields, man. No suspension, as she should. That's what I'm talking about, man. Try to run that girl name through the mud like that, man. It was crazy work. 5 American guys under 30. I think Dana would want Ryan, Mason, Keyshawn, Benavidez, Virgil. I think the problem that he'll run into with those guys is they're going to all be in situations where it'll be hard, I think, for him to get them. Mason going to be in his situation. I don't see him going nowhere. Same with Keyshawn. Ryan, Golden Boy, Oscar would be a fool. And Virgil, same deal there. And then Benavidez, he going to have to go for less notable names, in my opinion. But yeah, man, shout out to Henry, but we'll see. We get to see Tank and Lamar Rose do it again. And if that date is right, shout out to Blue. If that date in June is correct, then that's when we'll see it. It don't sound too far-fetched. I never thought they was fighting again in May. June do sound more realistic. And let's see it. May the best man win. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling, y'all. Let me get this up, man. So something else I seen a little video with Devin Haney, right? And he went on the what was it, the Ring Magazine channel or whatever the case, and he talked about something like being a villain, saying it costs to be it pays or something like that, to that effect of being a villain. And I just had a question, like, you know, I see people talking about it, and I wondered myself, could he be successful playing this villain that he's talking about? And you know, it's a slippery slope. I hope you know what he's doing. Trey Scales was good, bro. I learned more about this TKO thing. It's a little early. Yeah, it's very early. That's why I ain't tripping off. It ain't enough information. It's just early. It's an idea. Let's see when they start actually putting shows together or whatever the case, right? But I already heard of a name. Shout out to my guy that they might be looking at. So we'll see. We're gonna find out, though. We'll find out. You know what it is? I ain't feeling it. Ain't pop up.
Devin, we're here in Los Angeles, kicked off the second leg of the promotional tour for the Ring Magazine card on May 2nd. It seems as if you're the villain of this card. The crowd, this one was open to the public. Fans feel a certain way about you. I feel like you're embracing this new mantra that you have, Devin the villain. Can you please talk about that?
Because I always was a villain, but then I was like the good guy, villain. But I always wanted to be the villain anyways, because it's easier being the villain, and it pays being the villain, so I'm okay with being the villain.
Is this kind of like the transition of the pretty boy Floyd to the Money Mayweather? There was like a hard, at some point he transitioned. Do you feel like this is going to be in the next chapter of your career? What is that going to look like for you?
I mean, that's when Floyd became the big star, is when he became the villain. And I think the same way. I think that's when I'll become a massive star now that I'm crossing over. And people want to see me lose now. They want to pay to see me lose. So I'm happy.
Did you feel that same energy before?
No, I mean I was a good guy. I feel like I was a good guy, but I was really the villain. Like I was like,
I'm gonna talk about that.
I was like secretly the bad guy, but I was acting like the good guy.
No, it's made your job easier. You can embrace your mantra.
Come on.
See, you see what he's saying? Then this gonna play into my point right here as far as being successful, being a villain. And I'm not just doubting that he can't, but like just listen.
The costume, and I could be me.
You got a tough fight against you with Jose Ramirez, former unified champion. You're both going to be making your division debuts at 147.
I know.
How do you feel that's going to be a difference maker for you physically, just fighting at a new weight class moving forward?
I think I'm gonna feel better. I think I'm gonna be much better, much stronger. I'm naturally a bigger guy, and 140 is I can make 140, but it's I feel more comfortable. I will feel more comfortable at doing this catch weight, and it's at 144. So I'm excited about that. And
Still pretty much gonna be a welterweight.
Yeah.
A lot of people were anticipating this fight against Ramirez being a boxing match. I talked to him earlier today. He said, I'm going to go in there and try to knock him out. That's the mentality he's going. He feels like his back is against the wall. A lot of people are talking about retirement for him.
But have we seen him not do that? That's his only style of fighting, is to go in there and come forward, try to put the pressure, and So I've been fighting guys like Ramirez since I was a kid. So that's pretty much everybody's game plan against me. So it won't make a difference.
You like the Mexican style fighters?
Yeah. Like it's what I'm used to. It's what I'm used to. So I've seen a million Jose Ramirez in my career. So it'd just be another day at the office for me.
How would you describe?
I mean, I hear him, but maybe he just thinking in terms of like the typical average Mexican come forward fighter. I don't know. I think Ramirez is a bit more than that, right? But the question is, how much more of that is he still at this current point in his career, right? That's a big question. We don't know. We don't have that answer, and I think that answer will get answered. That question will get answered come fight night, right? May 2nd to prove how much he got left, if he still can be this come forward guy that can be effective and bring pressure and go for a knockout. If he can't, it's simple for me. If he can't do that, his chances of winning drop drastically, and it's going to be a Devin Haney night. It really is. I think he's going to box smoothly, cleanly to victory, and it probably won't be with much resistance either, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, man, Dante's Boxing Talk in the Cash App with the 10-piece. Much love, bro. Appreciate the support.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
So I don't know. I mean, I hear him with the, you seen a million Jose Ramirez's, but I think Ramirez is pretty accomplished. You know what I'm saying? He's just size. I don't think you've seen a million guys just size. So it's a lot of different things I hear when he say you've seen a million of those. Maybe in terms of style, that's what he's focusing on, right? Just coming forward, bringing pressure. He's seen that style a whole bunch. I feel like that's everybody game plan against him being a boxer, right? Try to bring pressure, come forward, and try to get to him, try to knock him out eventually, right? But I think Ramirez can be a bit more than that, but it's up to him. He's 32. Is he going to be an old 32? Is he going to look like his best days behind him? He's 47, going to rejuvenate his career. That the same thing for Devin. Is you going to look like the guy that you typically are, right? Are you going to look refreshed at 47? Are you going to look like a better version of yourself? Is any of that even possible? You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Pooh the Kid, man. My guy, my G, just salute to the chat. We back at it,
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
So let's see, man. I think ultimately Haney athleticism, the speed might be a factor. Him jabbing, I don't know if he'll be able to take advantage of the hook the way Ryan did. He's not as fast as Ryan at all. You get what I'm saying? Think he is strong either. So, but he is around the same size. He do got the height, inch and a 1 inch reach and height advantage. Right, it's not much there, but his fight is going to be closing the gap and trying to get to Haney. Haney's fight is going to be one on the outside to me. And I just don't see it being no other way. I don't see no reason why he should allow this to be an inside fight and him take unnecessary shots, especially after coming off a fight like that with Ryan. So I think he's going to look to try to be clean and try to swim without getting wet, similar to how he did against Regis. And I think the rounds, for the most part, can end up playing out very similar to that if Jose Ramirez can't really bring no pressure effectively and get his punch output up, because the last couple of fights ain't been it. I don't think he beats Haney with the last few performances I've seen from him. So we're going to see.
Life over the last year, obviously a lot of ups and downs.
Life has been good. I had a baby, and I had time to rest, recover, take some time away from boxing, and I had a break from boxing and I needed it. Even though I was in, secretly just in the lab, just perfecting my craft, but away from the ring. It's been good.
How has the?
I don't plan on doing this, again until I'm done. But I was just happy for the little break. And I told everybody, I said after the last fight, I said that I was gonna take a break and spend some of my money, spend some time with the family. And, that's what I did.
Definitely well earned. How would you describe the saga though with Ryan Garcia? Just like having that in the back of your mind when you're training, when you know that he's coming up in October. You obviously both can't escape each other, but how do you use to fuel that for your preparation?
No, I mean, right now it's Jose Ramirez. That's my main focus, and then we'll get to Ryan. But I can't overlook Jose Ramirez because I gotta win that fight to get to the Ryan fight, and that's what I'll do. So once I get past Jose Ramirez, then we'll start back thinking about Ryan. But over these last months, we were looking at the fight and looking at the mistakes I made in the Ryan fight.
Yeah, that's a good point. Secret dance moves.
So
look how
I could just be an overall better fighter.
The PEDs aside, what were the? Because obviously that was he had that up his sleeve, but technically, what do you feel like you need to improve on moving forward?
I improved on a lot of things, and I look to show it on May 2nd. It's not for me to tell. If you watch the fight, it's some obvious mistakes that I made, but like I said, it's the world will see on May 2nd how I improved.
Do you feel some added pressure that you have to look spectacular? You have to look better than all your previous wins to shed all the doubt?
No, I mean, I don't really believe in that pressure because it's like this is what I do. This is my job. This is what I've been doing since a kid. This is what I love to do. So, I try to go in there and be me and win like I always do.
What's the promise on May 2nd? What are you looking to prove? Big stage with a big opportunity hanging right behind it.
Victory. Yeah, victory. It seems like I haven't had a victory in a little while now. It's as long as I ever went without a W. So I'm just looking to go in there and win.
I like that. I love that. Matter of fact, see, and let's get back to the initial question at hand. Shout out to L Dub because he made a good point. Last time he played that villain role, it didn't work out for him, and he had to apologize, right? So it's not for him. And the reason why I say it, right, it's not that he can't be successful being a villain. Shout out to my guy Pooh the Kid for the 5-piece set. Keith did his damn thing. Yeah, he did his thing, my G. He did, man. Pardon me, I didn't make it here to call it. I didn't even make it on here, but definitely was able to catch the fight. I had to give Keith his just due the other day.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well.
I got 5 on it.
Shout out to my guy, man. Appreciate you, bro. So, look, man, Haney didn't get caught in the slugfest again. No. So, back to the initial question, like, as far as playing a villain role, because, I just think he was having fun in the interview. I don't know how serious he is about it, but if you just listen closely to how he seemed like he was secretly playing a villain before. Like, that's the thing. You can't see a villain. If you're going to do that, you got to go all the way with it. You can't secretly do it. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out with that. And it's a slippery slope. So, like, if the villain is something that you're going to be, you really got to go through with it. You got to really be that 100%. And like Dub mentioned, you went from saying you would never let a white boy beat you to having to apologize for saying it, right? That's not something a villain to do. A villain going to stand on everything he said. When Floyd Mayweather talks shit, he stood on it. So it's funny how he set the question up by asking him about how Floyd used to be going from, Money Mayweather, or Pretty Boy to Money Mayweather. That's not the same. I wish people would stop doing that and shitting on Floyd legacy when y'all trying to compare everybody to him. Ain't nobody coming close to shit that Floyd got going on, bro. Nobody is not this. That shit ain't even close. He talked a boatload of shit, trained harder than everybody that he ever fought, right? That was the consensus. He trained harder than everybody, beat you up, and then went right back to it. But he was all in. He was all in. He took the hate and he marketed that shit as dollars, and that shit got him paid. It's not the same with Haney. I think this generation is different, and the hate is not the same. It's like with Floyd, people really showed up hoping that he'd lose. People really bet money hoping that he'd lose. With Haney, I think it's more of an annoyance, and they'd be like, you know what, I'm not watching him. Like if that's the role he's going, right? That's what I think, because it's not really him. I ain't saying he can't be that, but he ain't made his mind up to be all in. So that tells me right then and there, you don't really need to do that. I like when you a simple answer to the question. Less is more. What's your message? You know, what's your statement? Whatever he said for the fight night, I'm going to win, like to be victorious. Like that's it. Don't oversell or underdeliver. That shit didn't work for you in the past. Don't start doing it now. You get what I'm saying? Just stick to what you're doing, right? You look healthy. You moved up a weight class. You're here to show people that ain't shit changed. You came up and being looked at as one of the best boxers in the game and sell yourself as that. I don't think you need to be a villain to do that. I just don't see him being able to market the hate into dollars the way it worked for Floyd. It's not the same. I think people, the hate they had for him, it ran differently. Like people watched his fights. They bought him hoping that he'd lose. I watched this shit. I watched people order Floyd Mayweather fights just to try to pick against him in hopes that he'd lose. I watch people do this. I'm not so sure that people have gotten to that point with Haney where it's like, you just want to see him lose. Like people might not buy it. They might steal the fight if he on pay-per-view, any of this stuff. So I just don't see that hate being at the same level with Floyd, right? And I think, you know, Haney got a lot of things about him that's likable as a young fighter, right? Discipline, focus. Like he came up with his pops. Like you can, much as you knock it, you got to respect it. So it's a lot there that I think they got to work with. And I don't think any of it has to be trying to be the villain per se, because I don't think that's who he is. If he did, then he wouldn't be. If he was that, then he wouldn't be apologetic about statements that he made. Right? He'd just stand on them, and you know he'll deal with whatever comes with it. But that's not where he at. So you can't be the villain halfway. You can't. It doesn't work. You all or nothing. It's all or nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it's just not gonna work, because you'll be like, you know, you can't double dutch that. You get what I'm saying? Like if you want the people to hate you, go all the way in with it and understand it's a lot that come with it. Let's talk fashion, my guy. Remo, what it do, man? Airs on. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Pooh the Kid said, Just Haney look focused and healthy. Love to see it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. He do look focused. He do look healthy. He don't look sick. It's good to see him not looking all emaciated on the scale to make weight. That shit might have play a big factor in the way that he looked and performed for his first fight at that's really going to be 47, even though it's a catch weight. Man, they're welterweights. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I think he'll look good, man. I think he'll beat Jose Ramirez by decision.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, I think he'll beat him. I think he'll beat him by decision for sure. You know what I mean? I think he'll beat him by decision. You don't have to be the villain. Nope. Teach, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? I'm right. Latinos cheer for the drug cheat. That's what I'm saying, Damon. That's the part that I didn't get. So, and that's another thing too. You know why being the villain ain't gonna work? Because, and this is another thing why it ain't gonna work for him, because I don't think that's what he is naturally. I'm not doubting that he couldn't like be successful if he were all in on it, but knowing that he's not, and then seeing that you got through a fight where it didn't work out for you. You got, you know, knocked all around the canvas, all that shit. It got turned to a no contest because of the Osterine. But then when he showed up at the presser, they booed him. So you would have thought that he was the guy that cheated and had the Osterine in his system. You get what I'm saying? So even when, you know, they supposed to be with him, they're against him. So it just don't work. Like in a situation like that, he was supposed to use that to have people be with him, and they wasn't. So you would think being a villain would work, but I don't think so. I just don't think that's who he is naturally. I think he's just a guy, a good kid. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? He could talk some shit. He can get in there and box his ass off a bit too. So I think that he could just sell what he actually is, man. That's a hard-working ass fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's going to get his lunch pail and go to work. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to deal with Bill. That's how I play it. My father is part of my career. We got here together, and you're going to have to deal with it. Part of, you know, we're a package deal, straight like that. You know what I'm saying? We're a package deal at the end of the day. Just, you know, I don't like that. But I get it. But some of it is sometimes I think people take it to the extreme. And I don't think it'd be that serious, you know? Zoom, what's good with it? Berlanga about to fight. Yeah, I don't know with the melted midsection. Zoom, I don't know what's up with dude with the melted midsection. He bogus though. He bogus for the melted midsection though. I ain't gonna lie, he bogus for the melted midsection. He bogus as hell. and then this is something that Bill had put on his social medias, man. He had let it be known, man, just in case people forgot, man. You messing with Youngin, you're messing with him. You hear me? He said you against him, you gonna see me. Go against me, and you gonna see him. I like that, man. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be, man. He gonna always go to bat for his baby boy, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I think as he should, but like I said, I think they could get more love than hate just being them. Unless that's the route they want to go. Who am I to give advice? I don't know which way they want to go with it, but like I said, we'll see. We'll see. I just, man. Man, that's crazy. My bad, y'all. Man, my bad. What's weight? That's Bill and Devin. Yeah, that was big. That was the young Bill. That was young 40 mil Bill. Oakland strong, man. It was young 40 mil Bill. I just like the caption that he had. Like, you go against, him. You go against me, you're gonna see him. You go against me, you're gonna see him. I like that. I like that little, I like that quote from 40 mil Bill, man. But I support that messages like that. Stand tall for your son through and through. That's why I look past some of the shit that he do, right? I don't take it personal because I don't think he harming people, right? When you go out, when you color outside the lines, I'm not a fan of it. But when it's like harmless, when it's trolling, or when it's standing tall for your son, right? Even if it is checking reporters that seemingly did nothing to you, it's all good. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I think people could get behind that kind of stuff, but I think the trashing of the fighters is where people draw the line, right? They don't like that kind of shit. Z, what's good with it, fam? It's some sharp suits. Yeah, you know what I mean? They clean up well. They clean up well. They clean up well, man. They clean up very well. Clean up very well. But we'll see, man. So overall, man, villain role, I think he just need to lead that to somebody that, because it's a difference in somebody that can be ignorant and somebody that is ignorant. Ryan Garcia, Naeem, what's good with it, bro? Ryan Garcia, to me, is somebody that could assume the villain role, right? He got the bigger following for it. It seemed like he could, he's more the social media guy. He can get right up there and just like act a fool. And it's like, you've seen it already. People wasn't all against it. It was working for him. So if he want to be an asshole, he could be one. If he want to chill, he could chill. It's like he kind of moved the needle in that way. And I don't think Devin maneuvers the crowd the way Ryan Garcia does with his unpredictability, right? So, I just think you just be one of the hardest working fighters in boxing. You know what I mean? That came up with your pops. One of the best doing it. And y'all winning. Y'all doing it on your own terms. It's a lot there. I mean, I don't think you got to go the villain role. Like I said, to each his own, but I think it's a better path for him. And I just feel like, trying to get people to hate you ain't the way. And I ain't saying that's what he doing, but I just don't think that's the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the way you need to go. He says, is it mainly racist? There's some boxing channel on YouTube. You'd be shocked. Exchange racing is toward black boxing. Devin Bill, their #1 targets. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's who it mainly is. But I mean, it's some other people outside of them though. But I just think they exaggerate when it comes to them too, right? I've seen a lot worse from other people than what Bill is doing. And I ain't saying the shit that he's doing that's messed up is cool, but I've seen worse shit, right? I think at the grand scheme of everything, he's just trying to promote, but it's a certain way that he has to learn that it needs to be done, right? So, but he's gonna do it his way. I feel like Bill take the bumps, right? He take whatever come with it. That's why I can respect it to a degree. Ain't about agreeing with it and liking it. I think he's cool with whatever comes with it. Whatever he put out, like I think he cool with it. But that's the thing. Sometimes when you closely connected to your son, they treat y'all like one and the same, or they treat you like the package deal that you come off as, right? So even if it ain't Devin that's putting out the message, if it's Bill, they'll treat it like it's coming from Devin. It's one of them situations. So I don't know. I think the villain role is for people that, I don't know, can move the crowd in a much different way, right? You could get what I'm saying. You got to really be able to not just piss people off, but piss them off to the point where they'll spend money in hopes that you lose, right? You got to make people love you to the point where they're going to show up wherever you fighting at. They're going to pay for your fights. You got to be able to control it on both sides, I think, to get the desired result. And I don't think he quite sways the crowd on both sides. Or it's not enough. It's not impactful enough on either side where I think he can just take that approach and it work out for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's better off without it, to be honest, because he's gotten this far without having to be the villain, right, so to speak. So I think he can continue doing what he's been doing and is winning. And as long as he's doing that, it ain't much somebody can say or anybody can say. He said to this day, the energy towards him changed big time. I mean, the time off, he went from to this day energy, and I want a body on my record, to being too sympathetic when he knocked people out. So, you know what I mean? I think, that's that fighting spirit, man. Just say Bill takes the bumps. You stupid. Yeah, he definitely take the bumps, the lumps. He shoulders the blame. He talks the trash, and he catches the bullets, right? He catches the strays. He catches the shots. That's Bill for you. That's what he get. That's what he get, man. That's what he get. Let's keep rolling, man. But let's see, May 2nd, I'm all in for the card. I'm all in, y'all. I'm all in for this card, man. All in for this card. There's something else I wanted to talk about. We got to talk about this, man. Damn, shout out to Jalil Hackett, bro. Shout out to Jalil Hackett, who had a damn rematch. He was about to rematch the guy that he lost to, that a lot of us, most of us probably thought he didn't lose to. He got a bad decision against this guy. What was it? Roman. And he was about to fight this dude in a rematch. And the injury stopped him from making it to this fight, y'all.
All right. It's Kevin Garcia, a.k.a. the Puerto Rican Kid KG. This is Fight Hype. I got my man Jalil Hackett with me. So, I mean, look, Jalil, obviously, I know you in some pain. I didn't want to take too much of your time, but one thing I wanted to do is allow you to, just speak for yourself, man, because the narrative is going to be, Jalil, he wasn't ready for the fight, or he ducked, or whatever it is. So, just let the people know, Jalil, what happened from your perspective, and then how much this is affecting you. Because obviously this was a rematch, quick turnaround, somebody that you felt you already beat, and you sounded on that stage like you were ready for whatever, and you were going to, give it your all to win this fight and avenge that loss. So.
Yeah, this is really just like, honestly, it's a fluke accident. I was more than ready. We was on the back half of really just the last cut, like 2-3 pounds. And, coming out of the sauna, I slipped, I lost my footing. And instead of landing, on my feet, I landed on the ball of my ankle. My shit got big as a fucking golf ball immediately. So it's I wanted to fight. If it was up to me, I would have drugged myself up, taped that bitch up, and fought. But the doctors at the hospital we're not letting you leave out of here without something on that ankle. And they you're not going to be ready for Saturday. And so, my whole thing is really, ain't nothing I can do about it now, but, get better. And, they talking about postponing the fight, not canceling it. So that's a plus. I could just get better and be ready, hopefully by the summer.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And just for the fans so they can see, Jalil's definitely in a walking boot. I was watching you walk from far.
I shit you not, bro.
Yeah.
I told myself, I said, I'm coming to the weigh-in this morning. I ain't about to sit up in a room. Because ain't shit we can do about it at this point. That's how I took my medication to make it where I could get through the whole weigh-in situation. Let motherfuckers know. Ain't nobody fucking hiding. They ain't got injured. But, we be back. For all the ones that support me, we be back by the summer, definitely. Ones that don't support me, we'll still be back by the summer because y'all just want to see me lose. So,
Got you. And just, you know, just again to clarify, he, like the man told you, he was ready, was not a weight issue, was nothing like that, freak accident.
I'm about to say, if it was a weight issue, I don't feel like the type of attention I was getting post press conference would have been that. Like, people telling me, like, damn, you look good, you looking ready, you look way better than last time. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, because I feel better. I ain't had no shades on, covering my eyes, none of that. So it's like, God damn, what the fuck y'all want? What the fuck more y'all want? You know, so.
Nah, and I appreciate you, Lil, because, and like I told you, even before we started the interview, you know, I didn't just say, yo, run up on you. People get this misconstrued sometimes. I spoke to you. I said, Jalil, you know, you want to talk because you already know the internet is crazy. The first thing they're going to say is, he ducked. He wasn't on weight. He didn't want the smoke. But here you are. You know, you made it very clear. You out in the public. You're not hiding from nothing. So, Jalil, I truly wish you nothing but the best. And I look forward to your rematch, G, for real.
I appreciate that. And I just, you know, just want to let motherfuckers know, like, y'all talk all this shit. It's like, bro, like y'all say I be looking crazy during the press conference and shit like that. I mean, that motherfucker, because I'm naturally ugly.
You silly as hell. Jalil, get better, bro. Yep. Jalil Hackett, Fight Hype. It's KG, we out.
Shout out to Fight Hype, as always, man. So, look, I caught on to that, like, right before I got up here too. So I didn't have time to like look into nothing and really hear nothing. I seen a couple people mention him having issues with the weight. I mean, look, I haven't spoken to anybody to be able to validate that at all. Only thing I have to go off is the word of the fighter, right? He spoke right there, said he rolled his ankle coming out the sauna. It blew up like a golf ball instantly. Said they ain't going to be ready by Saturday. Said if it was up to him, he would have taped it and got ready. He said he got down to, what did he say? I believe like the last 2 or 3 pounds, right? He said it's down to like the last 2 or 3 pounds and that shit happened. So I guess like freak accident. That's all I can go off. I have nothing else to pull or draw from where I could say anything else happened. But I will say, since I started the live a little early, I seen somebody mention something about him not being able to make the weight and something like that. He couldn't cut weight, but I don't know. I wasn't there. All I did was hear what he spoke on right there. And those few minutes he got to speak, he said it wasn't weight. He said it wasn't no weight cut and none of that. He said he hurt his ankle. He rolled his ankle. So he got his joint booted up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where the weight stuff coming from, though. Yeah. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Thought saunas during fight week was the normal thing. It is. You're right, Banks. It is. So I don't think he was doing anything outside the norm. You know what I mean? Shout out to my goddamn, and you know it. So look, shout out to Jalil, man. And respect the Fight Hype always with the good work. But I just like to hear from the fighters. I've heard it from a couple people, so I acknowledge it on both sides. I heard what Jalil said. He acknowledged. He said there's no weight issue. He said he was 2 or 3 pounds away. I can't say that he wasn't, right? I understand why people are speculating, say, oh, he injured right before the fight. Oh, it's the weight. He couldn't make the weight. I don't know, because, I mean, I figured he would just move up if it was that hard to make the weight. That's what I would think. I mean, shout out to Bernard Hackett. I know he gutted for this, man. I got a chance to speak to him before, and that seemed like a really honest dude. So just off that alone, I have to go off of what Jalil was saying, because of that's what they shown me in the past for me as a consumer, to be trustworthy individuals. Now, anybody could be telling you anything, but I mean, all you have is your word. And for me, like, their word is pretty solid. Like, I've talked to Jalil Hackett's dad before, took a picture with Jalil Hackett. So seemed like a really honest dude, real good father. He just wanted his son in the best position possible to win. And I don't think that, you know, obviously if it was weight like that, they wouldn't know that. And killing yourself to make a weight, knowing you should go up, probably wouldn't be smart. And I don't see them doing that. I think if it was an issue that bad, I think they'd go up. But that's just me. So I can't go off and nothing else. I didn't hear nothing. And like I said, I seen a couple people type it in the chat about the weight. I'm not saying that that's not the case, but I'm just telling y'all, I'm hearing that, and then I'm hearing what he says. So You know, you know, age, your body, and joints supers. He say find it hard to believe he got injured from a small fall like that. I don't know. I don't want to overanalyze it, but you know, I just, like I said, I can only go off of what they shown me in the past, and what they shown me is that they ain't been guys that you can't trust. That'd be like career suicide. Because think about this: if we're hearing that his weight and his weight is actually the issue, then I'm pretty sure the promoter would know, and that would probably create some type of issue. Because if you're saying the reason that you couldn't make it is because you hurt, and then you get what I'm saying. So I can't say that. I can't say that I look at either of those guys to be untrustworthy individuals. That's all I could go off, right? So I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a big fight. It's a rematch. I don't see why he would want to hurt himself and do that. You know what I'm saying? So Jalil fight. Nope, he ain't fighting opulent. He hurt. He hurt. You know what I mean? He said somewhere in my DM and said Jalil fell to the Haney curse. Man, that's crazy. The Haney curse is crazy. So yeah, man. That's
All right. It's Kevin Garcia, aka the Puerto Rican Kid.
Unfortunate, but look, for me, this is where I can't tell nobody what they heard and what to believe. I can only tell y'all based on information I get. I haven't spoken to anybody that would suggest anything other than what he's saying, aside from a couple people in the chat. Y'all said y'all heard it was about weight. He couldn't make the weight. Now I'm seeing injury. So people basically, like, if you think it's weight, then you would have to be saying that he's faking an injury currently right now to get out the fight because he couldn't make weight. Get what I'm saying? I just don't. I can't say I believe him to be that kind of guy, right? That would be unprofessional. I'm guessing, right? You can't make weight. Now I'm hurt. Like, so, freak accident. He fell out of the sauna. I know people like, oh, you know, but shit, man. Freak accident is exactly that. Some shit that you don't expect to happen, man. Guys like him need them paydays, so I don't got him missing no smoke. Hey, Damon, he'll tell you straight up. He'll tell you straight up, though. You know what I mean? He trying to get to that bag in it, man. You know, I think the stream to you somehow. Oh, Sheldon and Jusdueboxing. I'll link the stream for sure. For sure. So, you know what I mean? And I get it. You know, people gonna they pull from people got different sources, different information, connections. But like I said, I just seen that like right before I came up here. And we was gonna go a much different way with this one today, but I had to kind of come up here and freestyle last minute. He fell out of sauna, something like that. Fell stepping out, turned his ankle or something like that. He turned his ankle in a nutshell. So on to come up, we'll have a full camp, take the flight, do the physical, then fake the injury to lose it back. That's what I'm saying. Especially a guy that you felt like you beat this dude, you definitely wanted this rematch. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. And again, for me, I'm going off of what I observed, what I think and seen. I don't have any other information to go off to say like, yo, he faking. But you know what I mean? Rolling your ankles, yeah, that shit definitely happens. I mean, it'll be pretty stupid to go this far all the way to the finish line. Like he said, he got to the last 2 to 3 pounds of weight cutting. And now you're like, oh, I ain't gonna make weight. I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough. God's up. What it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? What's good with it? So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I get it. I can't tell nobody what they heard, though. I know people get around. They got sources. Things get said. You know. Shit get put out there. And you know. Yeah, no. But we going to see, though. We're going to see, man. Like I said, for me, I just want to see dudes in the best positions possible, man. And I know he kind of gutted because I know he wanted this opportunity. I know he wanted to go in there and right that wrong. And he's a hungry dude, yo. That dude just want to win, you know. But all I'll say is this, right? If you are a person, and not in the chat for the people that put that out there, like if you telling me something based on somebody else putting it out there, I have no issue with that. But for the people that's putting it out there, for me, I will hope they got real sources. Like, because you can't help but to ask that, right? You can't help but to ask, like, where's your source? Like, who did you get it from? How could I go validate this? Because I don't know if I could push that as I'm not about to come out and be like, yeah, because that's pretty much what you're saying. Yeah, they faking the injury. He ain't really hurt. Yeah, man, he ain't hurt. He ain't hurt. He just couldn't make weight. I don't want to do that to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that to him. So, and they said he was looking better this time than he did the last time cutting weight. So, go figure. Show the ankle. The fans need to see the damn injury. Where Jalil's been looking his last 2 weeks with Eddie, the kid is drained. I don't know. But like my thing again though, if you gonna know that, you'll know that shit ahead of time, right? You'll know if you ain't making weight ahead of time. I don't think you go all the way damn near to the finish line. Damn near to the finish line. You get what I'm saying? That's just not something that you just figure out. You ain't gonna make. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like the way people saying it, like you would have to know that you wasn't making weight, bro. You have to know that. Let me fix that. You have to know. So I just don't know. I hate it for him because I want to see him get the opportunity. I think he definitely would have beat this dude in a rematch. I hate this for him, bro. Damn, I wanted to see this fight, bro. Damn, I wanted to see him go out there and shut people up, yo. Just beat this dude more convincingly than you did the first time. Damn. Man, you gotta sit on the sideline, man. Hopefully he be back sooner than later. He said the summer or something like that. Hopefully, man. I like Jalil Hackett. I like his pops. I like their energy. They seem like some honest, real people in the sport, and he just trying to grind and get it out the mud, man. And this is a terrible injury for him, man. It suck in a big way, bro. Sucks in a big way, man. Sucks in a very big way, bro. Very, very big way. I don't know, man. So, I mean, look, I know them weight cuts get tough, but I think at some point, if it's any truth to it being weight related, then yeah, they gotta look to move up. So I don't know, because seeing him in person, he's definitely a big kid. He a big kid too, though. He ain't no little dude at all. Jalil got some size to him, man. So I don't know, but shout out to him and his dad, Team Hackett, man. I'm still rocking with y'all. Win, lose, draw, injury, sideline, inactivity. We rocking with y'all. I want to see him bounce back off the injury, man. And I don't know. Hopefully that fight's still available for him at some point. I don't know, but I would hope to see it, you know. But I hate that for him. Damn, man. He was right here, bro. He was right here, y'all. He was about to go avenge that loss. That shouldn't have been a loss to me. Or was it? Was it a draw? No, he lost, right? He gave it to dude. So yeah, I hate it, man. Shout out to Jalil Hackett, man. Hopefully he stay locked in. Don't get too down on himself about this injury, and make a return sooner than later. That's all I can say. I want to see him in there sooner than later. If that is the case, then it's gonna do more harm than good. Secret dance moves. If you're trying to keep him at a weight that's not beneficial for him, that's only gonna hurt him in the long run. It's not a smart. He said postponement, not canceled. So yeah, hopefully it is, because that is a difference, 2 cents. So hopefully it is postponed and he can get the rematch. Because I think it seemed like Roman's definitely game to fight him again. It seemed like he definitely willing to fight him again. So I came back. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in this last weight cut, yeah, it definitely looked tough. Definitely looked tough for him. So I don't know. I just want to hopefully get back in there, man. After the injury, hopefully he rehab fast, get healthy, and come back strong, bro. Come back strong. That's all I can say about that, man. We'll be waiting to see him return, man. But that sucks. That sucks. That definitely sucks for him, big time, bro.
Today, I don't believe in coincidences. Yo, Devin. Dev.
¿Cuál es la música de nuestro juego?
No, los 80s, 90s. En español.
Bro, I don't know why I found that to be funny, y'all, but Turkey is wild, man. Got them boys in the same row sitting there. No, that's a potential fight right there. Call that man Dev. Yo, Devin. That was a little funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, to see them ride in the same flight. Hopefully that's a fight that we definitely see down the line, because they definitely closer to each other in weight than any of these other fights that we'd be talking about for these dudes. But thought that was just a little funny picture to see them flying the same plane, same flight, same row and everything. Just goofy, man. Like I said, Teofimo, I've seen him doing some salsa dancing and some shit. And that type of stuff is cool as opposed to the shit that he been on. Like I'm telling you, it's so many other ways to promote yourself when you got a following, and they choose like the latter, like the negative way. Like, they go below the belt and piss people off, right? Like when you did this right here.
Hey, I ain't gonna let out no more. That's it. She got even more person. That's it. Motherfucker wants to have cheap shots like that? All right, cool.
Bro slapped it. Bro slapped the out of Barboza. You see Barboza running around. He probably still, word has it, he still got them fingerprints in his face from Teo. Teo really slapped the hell out that man in his face like that, bro. Slapped that man. He wept that man face up with an open hand slap. See, Teo, that's the shit that I could rock with. That's boxing for me. You could do stuff like that. That was funny. You might get, I wonder if they find him, because I think Chris Eubank got fined like $100K or something like that for the eggs slap. So with him getting slapped, I got to look into that. I wonder, did they find him? Pretty sure they will, but it's been some other ways that he's been able to promote himself. If he stick to that, I think he can get more people to buy into this quote unquote takeover that he be trying to sell to us. But he should have built off the slap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do the salsa dancing and all that stupid stuff. Record Haney. Be antagonizing. Be a bug out. Like trip out and get on people's nerves. Like that's funny stuff, right? Do that. But the undertones and the racial slurs, that's not gonna fly. That's gonna get you hurt somewhere. But the slap to Arnold Barboza, you disrespectful, but it was funny. Slap the hell out of that man. It was disrespectful. So you say he lost all faith in him, Arnold, after that slap. Not me. He just wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. But that's probably how it's gonna be in the fight. The speed and athleticism of Teo probably gonna be a issue for Barboza. I can see it. I can see it now. I can see it being an issue for him. I really could. We'll see, man. A good fight up and coming. Let's see May 2nd. Like I said, that Fatal Fury as a card is on upset alert. I still ain't made my mind up as to who getting upset on that card, but somebody is not going to win on that card. One of the favorites not going to win. I could be wrong, but I feel like I just got this feeling like one of the favorites going to get upset. If not outright upset, they're going to come close to it and it's probably get a favorable decision or something that save them. But I feel like somebody run the risk of getting upset in the card. But then it's that feeling that they could sweep out to all the favorites go win out too. So we'll see. We'll see. It's boxing for you. And you can't take nothing for granted. You know what I mean? Can't take nothing for granted. But we'll see, man. Just Eubank got fined $100K. Yeah, he got fined $100K. Yeah. Got fined $100K. That's why I said I wonder with the actual slap to the face, did he like, you know what I'm saying? Was it $100K because he had eggs? Because he brought props? You know what I'm saying? But Teo slapped the hell out of Barboza. Like I said, Barboza got prints in his face, bro. Barboza got the handprints in his face.
Hey, I ain't gonna let out no more. That's it. She got even more person. That's it. Motherfucker wants to have cheap shots like that? All right, cool.
Pushing and Jalil. See, that's why y'all can't be pushing people with y'all hands down like that, bro. That $100K for an egg to the face is diabolical. I'm telling you. They went crazy. We gonna cover that. They went off on each other too, man. They was going off on each other. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta play the Teo diss track real quick. Damn, I thought I had that where Conor Ben and the Pops was going off on each other.
Can you guys just show a little respect? Jeez. This class is fucking boring. I'm out of here.
Excuse me, did I hear you say something?
With all due respect, sir, suck my dick.
No, sir, I'm not saying anything. It's these guys.
You're an asshole.
Did you just call me an asshole?
No, I said idiot.
An idiot? No, sir, no, sir. What did you say?
I said that this school has nice halls.
This is not funny.
You couldn't teach your way out of kindergarten class, Dane.
Week straight, yo. I'm not looking at the DMs for a week straight. Y'all be sending me all type of shit. That was ridiculous, bro. The internet is undefeated, by the way, y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Yeah, internet undefeated.
Your dad intervened with the egg throwing and put his arm, I think, on your
just
throat. And at the second press conference, you basically threatened Nigel Benn. Said if he did that again, you deal with him. And
it wasn't a threat, it was a promise.
Oh, it's not a promise, is it?
You can't touch
scumbag.
You can't
What we
touch
did.
So you can throw an egg in his face and his father can't.
No,
me and him are fighting.
You're just upset.
Me and you are fighting.
Can't stand you.
I'm
My
not
dad has
upset.
my back. You are. That's all that
I'm not
was.
upset.
My dad put.
Me and you are
his
fighting.
hands
Whatever
again.
happens between us
My dad put his arms around you. What are you going to do about it?
No one
What are you
else.
gonna do about it? Tell me.
No one else can touch me.
Tell me.
If they do, there'll be consequences.
I don't want that
Consequences
smoke.
to what?
If
What's
anyone
I
else,
slap you right now?
if anyone else touches me,
if I was to slap you right now, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, go on, go ahead.
Yeah, talk about my dad.
I'm not talking about your dad.
No.
But I told him.
But
I told him.
Get off me, please.
My old man would never touch you, so your old man's never going to touch me.
I'll never slap you.
You would never slap me.
Yeah, no, I
you put your hands on me twice since my last fight.
When?
You pushed me.
Push, a little push.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You put your hands on me.
Little push and stuff.
You
Stop moaning
put your
about
hands
it.
on me.
Stop moaning about it. A little push and shove. Stop moaning about it. Talk about my dad.
You put your hands on me, I put my hands on you.
I'll
Now
never
we're even.
disrespect your
Talk
dad.
about my dad.
Yes, you would. You disrespected him before.
What, the fact that he don't like you? It's a matter of fact.
Okay, well, it's
a
disrespect.
matter of fact. How's that
You
disrespect?
can't give it and not take it.
You fucked up by talking about my dad. You done fucked up talking
You fucked
about
up
my
touching
dad.
me, and you fucked up by taking
Yeah.
this fight. That's right.
Now, let's go, Chris. Turn up, Chris. Turn up, Chris. Dude just sat there and just shut up. He like, what the hell happened?
Fuck you looking at?
Look at him. He nervous. Buddy ass nervous, bro. Buddy like, man, is that it? Bro ass nervous as hell, but now you're talking about my dad. Hey, man, that fight, I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's a lot of bad blood, and they truly don't like each other. I wouldn't even be surprised if after the fight over, they don't shake hands and none of that. That's one of them fights where they might not even be cool even after they fight, but we're going to see. I don't think Chris Eubank did nothing different. Remember, Chris Eubank was cutting weight, and he showed up in the gym, pushed him, and did all of that. I mean, it's fair game once you touched him. So you touched him for you did start it, and you did it a couple times, pushed him. So he just got you back with the eggs, man. You know, and now you're emotional. He might have gotten your head a little bit, and it might play out into the fight. It might. You know what I'm saying? Like the storyline. Yeah, me too. I ain't got a dog in the race. This fight gonna be nasty. It is, bro. It is. It ain't nastier than these bars from Teofimo.
Let's go, Tio.
Woo! Mr. TKO, 2 a.m. in the stool, and I'm still on go. Anybody got an issue, we go blow for blow. I'm a 2-time champ in case y'all ain't know. And I'm tapped in the yams, I'm from New York though. I got haters, I got fans, I got 10 KOs. I got belts, that's a feeling haters just won't know. They gon' talk, I'ma win, they gon' play their role. Hey, it's too easy, the fight game need me. I've been getting fly cause the haters too clingy. Words on my money, but they still can't read me. Cartier's on, I see them, they can't see me.
Oh my God, yo.
Hey, that's the joint right there, man.
Get this man out of here, bro. Get this man, yo. Tio is crazy, bro. But stuff like that, I could laugh at and we could have fun with, bro. That's harmless, Tio. I could have fun with that stuff, man. Focus on that kind of shit, Tio. You can have fun with that. I think you can make people laugh, troll you. I think that's good publicity. Stay away from all the other stuff, but this shit, the salsa dancing, all of that, that's cool. That's on par. I think that gets people like paying attention for one way or reason or another, even if you made somebody laugh real quick. So I'm completely 1,000,000% convinced he is not from the city, Remo. He is not from the city, Remo, at all. He is absolutely, most definitely not from the city. No part of New York. Hitman Rod, what's good with it? It's not the joint, two-tone. It ain't, man. It ain't. But shout out to everybody on this Good Friday, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Like I said, I had to call an audible. We was going to do the interview today with the young amateur out of the Ironbound Boxing Gym, but we gonna reschedule that we gonna get that done. Don't worry. Stay on the lookout for it, man. I'll probably put a community post up when we get it situated. But I definitely had to call an audible last minute, like within 10 minutes of coming up here. So we just freestyled today for 2 hours, man. I appreciate everybody that rocked out with me. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on the way out if y'all haven't, man. Appreciate the support and the super chat and cash app. That's love. Another Friday build in the books. We'll be back tomorrow, and we just going to keep building. Y'all know how we do. So with that, y'all make sure y'all enjoy this Friday, man. Go get y'all some good food. Stay away from the eggs. And put that TO joint on repeat, y'all. Put that TO joint on repeat, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Put the TO joint on repeat.
Hey, guys, don't pay attention in anything. In this fucking YouTuber. I just fight real fighters. Don't fucking around with Canelo. Come on, let's go.
Okay? All right? No effing around, okay? Okay? In the closeout, y'all. In the closeout, we closing out with my dog. One of my new favorite fighters on the low. Javier Herrera. Off the accent alone, I'm definitely watching his fight
in the end, Shakur faced Josh Padley. What do you know about the deal there? How close was it, or was it not close at all?
Se suponía que debías pelear con Shakur, como sabes, él peleó con ese Josh Padley. ¿Qué sabes de ese acuerdo que vas a ver, qué vas a hacer ahora?
This is boxing, you know. This is boxing. I don't give a fuck Shakur, Stevenson. I don't give a fuck Pilot. You know, I'm here. 1 million here. So I want to say something. You know, Shakur, don't run anymore, bro.
Shakur,
don't run anymore. I'm coming for you, okay?
Do you think Shakur ran from you then when your name was mentioned to him? Do you think he ran away from the fight with yourself?
¿Piensas que Shakur no quería la pelea, okay?
Yeah, él sabe porque soy un oponente que, you know, pego fuerte. My mental is different, you know what I'm saying? I am 22 years old. I have power. I have speed. My mental is very fast, you know?
Yo, you gotta love it. I have power. I have speed. I have 22 years old. I have power. I have speed. Shakur, don't run for me, okay? Don't run for me again. I'm coming for you, okay? I'm tagging Corey in that on Twitter, yo. He gonna be mad. I'm gonna say, yo, champ, you gotta listen to the accent. This shit is hilarious, bro. Shakur, don't run for me again. I'm coming for you, okay? I'm coming for you, okay? Marcus, what it do, homie? Boxing lesson, dominate. Yeah, they say he ain't fought nobody. I love it that he's speaking English. I love it. That's why I'm definitely watching this fight tomorrow. When I joke about the accent, I love it. I'm silly like that. Yeah, I have power. I spit. Shakur, I'm coming for you, okay? And I love it. I love it. Definitely watching him tomorrow. Any young fighter that keeps winning deserves a shot. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to Shakur, it's about fighting who's going to get in there with you. It ain't about who you not going to fight, because he'll fight them all, in my opinion. So it's about who going to really get in there with him when it's time to fight. So with that, man, much love to everybody. Nice quick build, man. I had to call an alley-oop, man. I mean an audible. Man, we had to pivot. But we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to figure some things out, and we're going to keep building. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Friday, and I'll see all y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the like live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.